Oh, here we go. We're rolling. Let's see. Oh, I like what she's wearing. Looks like... How long's the lag, do you know? Oh. Are we working? How do we get the chat? Not nice. Oh, okay. We have 2 people.
Okay, there's a thumbs up. Oh, there we go.
Oh, we're on. Yay.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
How do we get the chat up?
Ooh, good question.
Oh, here we go. Is this it? Yes. Yeah. Hey, we're live. Oh my god, yeah, we are. We're live. Amazing. Woohoo. So, hi from Poland, second semi-final. Here we go. Should we social as well, just to make sure everyone knows we're live?
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. I shall go and grab some other wee vloggers. Blanca in the final, what do you think? I think she's qualifying. I do. Hello from Greece. Hi, is it Kalimera? Hi from Norway. Hello from Puerto Rico. Are you satisfied with the results last night? Yeah, I would say I would maybe switch I'd love to have seen Malta go through. I think that's the only one I might have switched. But other than that, I think we were all pretty certain what was going to happen. I'm really glad Czechia got through. So I know a few people were worried about that one.
I think visually it was really stunning.
Latvia and the Netherlands. You know what? A lot of people were upset about Latvia. A lot of the comments were that people were really disappointed about that one. So what we're going to do for you all, since this is all unscheduled because I can't time keep, I'm gonna social that we are live. And we'll be talking you through the second semi-final dress rehearsal. Live but lagging, yeah, shock. Love Finland, we all love Finland. Right, amazing. Let's get it socialed. I'm gonna put a bit of makeup on my face as well. Oh, amazing.
Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Okay, so we've got the stream up here. It is obviously silent because we can't have any sound on the live stream, but I do have some headphones which are currently not playing anything, so let's see if I can sort that out.
Oh, okay. I should take a picture of it. Oh, go on, do it. Yeah, so Instagram.
Do you want to be in the picture? Because we don't want them to be like Kate's watching.
Yes, Insta tweet it, and then I'm going to make one, and then join you.
Okay, Riley is just about up. Let's switch to these headphones. Okay, so he wipes. He's got like black marker pen, and then wipes it off the camera screen. A lot of tech going on here. There we go. I can hear through these ones. Okay. I'm scared of breaking my heart. Okay. Quite a lot of white lighting. He's walking through the first door into the new room. Okay, he's got a cut-out heart on the back of his jacket. Pink clouds swirling on the LED floor, which he lays on, and they form a heart formation. Okay. Okay, ending now. Or at least, well, end of the second chorus. Steady camera swirls around him. So he doesn't actually walk. Okay, we need to change that camera angle. We can see the steady camera running off the stage. So he doesn't actually walk through the final door into the final room. It sort of revolves behind him. But all the LEDs are going green like we saw on TikTok. And we've got those hearts on there as well. And then some of the hearts get crossed. Some of the hearts have circles around them like knots and crosses. Little heart ends. There we go.
I'm gonna go get a markers.
Okay, Armenia are up next. Brunette. Postcard theme is botanical gardens. So Green's one in Ukraine. We've got the Eden Project in the UK. Brunette is situated in the Yerevan Botanical Garden. Hello, Oscar in Czechia. Hello, Hector in Puerto Rico.
Do you want me to come on here and have questions?
Yeah, can do.
Do that? Do that after?
No, we can do both.
I'm just tweeting it out. You better turn the camera away because I can't see it.
You can start.
Okay. Howdy. How are we all today? I hope we're all feeling stunning. Albania, oh yes, Albania are on today. It's going to be very exciting. A lot of people really like that one. Something, because I know it's like not like a hot favourite, but I think we haven't got much of that this year. That kind of like authentic sounds. Oh my god, my eyeliner's coming off. I need to redo it. Jonathan, I have a question for you. We won't redo that. Did Greece perform? Well,
No.
you were just saying Armenia's on,
Yeah,
right?
we're only up to Armenia at the moment. So Brunette. There's a lot of top camera work to begin with, where she's just lying on the screen and the projections are swirling around her.
I'm not allowed to look at it, so I'm just looking at you guys. So, Hector Joaquin, thank you so much. Both of you look amazing. Jonathan looks thriving. There he is. So much love for Albania in the comments here. Like, literally, Kel Mendy. Oh my god, one of them has become a bit of a meme because she's such an icon, like a mother icon. One of the sisters, I don't know what her name is, but yeah. Loads of love for Albania here. So, Adam Davies, so excited to see the evening rehearsal. I'm from Austria. Oh, sorry, I'm Team Austria tonight. So, Adam, are you in the arena? How exciting. Me and Jonathan are both in the arena tonight, actually. So
there's some very interesting shadow work in the rap part of Armenia's performance. So the slope, shall we say, is all going white, coming on and off, but the way the lighting is going, you can sort of see her shadow. Okay, Bill. Oh.
I really
This
want to
is-
look, I can't. Go
Okay,
on.
it's not a dance break. but there's an instrumental break in there that is not in the studio cut.
Oh.
And well, to be fair, it's somewhat of a dance break because she's coming off the slope, she's doing a dance section, and then we go into the final chorus, and the projections are back.
Oh, I can't wait to see this tonight. It's gonna be so good. Okay, so Igor Don said Albania is such a unique song this year. It really is. There's not much kind of like it. We're not getting much. I hate that we're saying ethnic sounds, but there's not many true to their country, representing the sound from their country. Let's say that. Where's the mouse gone? Oh, there it is. Oh God, I went really brummy then. It's me, Kay. I'm not allowed to look because Jonathan has accreditation for online. So I'm focusing on you guys. Jonathan's laptop is tilted away from me, so I can't see it. I'm not allowed to.
It looks visually stunning, Armenia. Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Is it finished, yeah?
Yes.
Right. Please talk about it.
Armenia, yeah, definitely visually stunning. The projection work looks really nice. I feel like they could have done more with the build of the song, maybe just in terms of like the lighting around, sort of, you know, using the stage lighting and stuff like that. But you know, overall, it's a very well done performance.
How exciting! I think it's going to be a dark horse, not for like a win or anything. But you know what I mean? To do well. We have had a super chat from Clevis Mile. Is it Clevis Mine? I apologise, I'm not sure. Thank you so much for your super chat. We appreciate it intensely. So Albania deserves the final this year. Go Familia. You know what? It's not my cup of tea, but I would agree. It deserves it. We need the magic of Eurovision is being able to hear music we wouldn't necessarily hear elsewhere, and I think it's important to have it. I really need to redo my eyeliner. Oh my God. I tried to do a Ukrainian flag and it failed. Not
Okay,
good.
Theodore from Romania is now on stage.
Do you want to talk about the postcards?
Yeah, so it's him doing sort of, well, he's got like a top hat around a statue. The opening shot is interesting. That, you know, you saw those people on the back screen. Well, we've got more people on the LED floor with guitars in interesting places.
Oh no.
But he's starting acoustic like we saw in the revamped version on the album. So he's just sat on a stool, playing his guitar. The people on the LED floor, it's like they're floating in blood. It's a bit weird.
Jonathan? I am serving clown realness. To be fair, it is a bit clowny. Oh, here she is. Queen Katie has arrived.
How are we doing?
We're doing good.
Fab.
I'm just looking here because I can't look over there. How Pedro Braz, sorry if I screwed that up, said, I told everyone that Croatia would qualify. Oh, Simon's here as well. Where is it?
Yeah, I'll come around.
Baby.
How was my boy? How was
You have to ask Jonathan.
Was it good? I need to know.
Yeah, it was
He
good.
means
overall.
Riley.
There was a mix-up with some of the cameras, though. We saw the steady camera at some
Should I jump
points.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you able to move up?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we are. Oh, who's next? Romania. Okay.
So, yeah, I told everyone that Croatia would qualify. You were bang on. I think it was always going to qualify. It was always, I mean, it's so what like locals or casuals would call so Eurovision. It was, and I think a lot of people would really enjoy that. It was so fun as well. Like, I loved it.
We instantly tweeted.
I have tweeted. I need to. It's sorry.
Oh, no worries.
ADHD. I've genuinely forgot. It has gone out on Twitter. It needs to go out on Insta.
Instagram amazing.
I got told I'm serving clown realness. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on Cyprus? Katie, I'll let you go first because mine isn't very nice.
I like it. Andrew was lovely. First things first, let that be said.
Yeah.
Also, so I just wasn't really feeling very well when Cyprus came into the Lush Lounge. This is not about the song, but worth sharing. So I wasn't feeling very well when Cyprus came into the Lush Lounge and I've been having like sleeping issues, and they gave me like a pouch of Cypriot lavender, and it's like the sweetest thing, and like it's really, really helped me sleep. And yeah, so there's just a little story. But I really like it. I think for a lot of the male ballads, quite often like I'm not convinced about what they're singing, and you almost don't believe them. But I think with Andrew, you really believe every word that he's saying, and you're really like invested in it. And I think he's brilliant. I think his voice is brilliant. I want to see it qualify. I would say probably out of all of the male ballads this year, which there's not a lot compared to last year, but I would say that it's my favourite of the male ballads.
So some quick words on Romania's performance. There's a lot going on here. There's those people floating in the blood at the beginning, and then we get Fyodor on the back with the lava flowing between him. His dancer sort of really comes out of nowhere, like it's not really built in, it's just like very random at the very end. There's a lot of influences in there that don't necessarily go together, I would say. But we've got Alika from Estonia on the stage now. As we expect, she has her piano with her from Estillon that is playing on its own.
Did you see that?
Yeah, why is he here?
Ryland just wanted to... So Ryland just popped by, which was very exciting. Just to say hi.
Oh, that's so nice.
Just to say hi.
Oh.
So that was very cute. And he looked amazing. Bless him, he's
Did,
all...
yeah.
Do you want to have a tea or anything?
Oh, yes, please.
Duncan?
I'm good, thank you.
So that was my opinion. So now I love what Alika is wearing. So it's the same as So it's the same as obviously the TikToks that we know. It's like I love kind of almost the androgyny to it. And she was saying in our conversation that she didn't necessarily want kind of the white dress of the female ballads. So yeah, that was really I do really like kind of that she's gone for something different.
How do I look?
Oh, good.
I just have a little facial. No, not that kind of facial if people were thinking differently, but a very nice facial here at Lush, who have been so nice to us, I must say. I mean, this has been amazing to be here. And I'm saying this while we're watching Alika on the screen.
We're not in the press room, as you currently can't live stream from the press room, as we're not allowed to kind of show any noise. That's why Jonathan has his headphones in, and in the press room you can't actually block ambient noise, and it's everywhere. So in order to comply with the rules of the ABU, any live stream has to come from our lovely remote satellite centre in the Lush Lounge.
There's a really nice moment in Alika's performance just before the bridge where it starts to build, where she almost sort of throws her hands down to the stage, and then all the LEDs, both the floor and the background, just sort of spurt with this blue background image, and that was really nice. And then we transition to the gold for the very end. She belts out those notes.
Yeah, vocally she has been on point every time. Also when she was here with us, doing the song here, it was on point. So vocally, there's nothing to worry about for Alika. The only thing for me is like this song comes in at number 4 with, yes, we had Riley to start with, which is a bit.
Oh, Agent of the North.
What?
Hometown represent.
Ooh. So now we're going to the bop. To Monsieur Gustave from Belgium. He was a hoot when he was here. Oh my God, that was so much fun when he was here with us. in the Lush Lounge. That one, if he qualifies for the final, he is starting the final if he draws first half.
Yeah, at least you and I were saying there's a lot of talk about whether Portugal would open, but I'm not sure the BBC would want to open with a foreign language song.
Yeah, I know, right.
Oh, okay. Really? Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For like new British viewers.
For the first song to be their first impression, it would be a song in English.
Would it?
Yeah. And Gustav is the perfect opener. I thought he would open the semi-final actually. Do we have this one? How far away are you from the venue? Well, I can tell you that because I walked the distance yesterday. 15 minutes walk. So not that far. Nothing is really far away in Liverpool anyway.
The LEDs are a lot crisper here than they were at Eurosong. The fact that they're just a lot bigger as well, I think it is really nice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's given Drag Race final
Yeah,
performance in the best way possible.
This looks good. This is a gay anthem in, the best way a gay anthem can be a gay anthem, if I could put it that way. Yeah.
So when he says remember when they tried to break us, they're sort of looking from above, and the LED floor sort of cracks, like the glass is sort of cracking. And then there's this really nice shot immediately afterwards where they now show the whole LED screen, and it's literally everyone together, like how everyone's just sort of united together.
If it's lagging, it's my fault, Soz. We're using my hotspot and I need to check if we've socialed, so Soz for the lag.
Just want to go to to the comment that I put up. No, I haven't read it.
Oh.
Victor Venica said he sounded like that on the sneak peek of the second rehearsal because of technical problems. So do you think he has a chance to qualify since the vocals are going to be better? Well, we will get to Victor very shortly actually. So we will see. I don't think he has vocal problems, but I think he is. I wouldn't say. I mean, he's 16, so his experience with doing live vocals are not that great. Whereas we can see. And we know Gustav is a seasoned performer, so we know that he can work through any technical issues there would be. But for Victor, it's like when he's out of his normal setting.
Oh.
We've got a little tea party.
Oh my god,
God.
stop. And oat milk. Oh, Lucy.
Lucy has brought a cuppa.
I don't, just a bit of milk. would be lovely,
Sugar.
thanks.
We don't talk about her.
I need sugar.
Yeah, no, let me just show them.
Oh my god.
We've got full on little teapots. We've got a teapot each.
Oh my god, stop.
Oh.
This is gonna get me through. Oh, perfect. That's ideal.
So verdict on Gustav.
It's really fun. Like, I really like the LED work here.
Huh?
Yeah?
Pardon?
Is it good, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, how exciting. I love this stuff.
He moved up.
Huh?
He moved up as a certain qualifier for me now.
I'll just.
Yeah, I think coming
Do you want to
straight
just
after
let Eva have a cup?
Estonia
Is
as
that
well.
alright? Yeah?
It
I'll
brings
let
them
it go
down.
for a minute.
Oh,
yeah.
go on, yeah.
So immediately after Gustav is the first commercial break. For those not going on commercial break, Hannah Waddingham has headed up to the.
Oh, Timo. Timo is the loveliest man, can I just say?
Yeah, to the commentator booths. We've got Timo again, but there'll also be Graham joining them this time.
You better walk that Belgium duck. I am not sure what that means. I hope it's appropriate.
No, it's like a duck walk.
Ah, that, okay. Didn't actually know it was called duck walk. I learn good English new every day, yes? I jumped of happiness when the announced Czechia. You know what? Czechia was if there would have been a shock non-qualifier yesterday, that would have been.
Same, I was surprised.
Really?
If
After the
Well, I was like, there has to be one shock, right? Because the bookies.
there was
Yeah,
no shocks
yeah,
there.
it was actually
stunning.
Czechia, Czechia was stunning, but it's like Czechia is a quiet taste for a lot of people, of the casual viewers.
No,
no. Okay.
I think it's.
I feel like can I get some female voices in there?
Instead of flying through the jungle, one sec.
Go on.
I think that 50% of the population, all the fabulous fierce females out there, watched that and were like in their hearts.
Yeah, oh my god, it's that.
It's that,
Yeah.
that thing. Like,
I
literally.
can see Czechia going top 10. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Without going into like too much detail on this, like, I mean, women, we always get grabbed and stuff. Like, I love football. I went to football on my own. I got grabbed by some random man, and I've never been back on my own.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I think genuinely it was very emotional for women. Right?
Because I was even having this conversation with Sunstruck Project last night at Euroclub, where I was saying like I will go to like LGBT spaces and feel safe. I will not go to a straight club because I do not feel safe.
No, I leave football matches 20 minutes early to make sure I'm not in a crowd.
Yeah.
Like literally.
It was that. It was the hands.
Yeah.
And I think and I think everyone, like every female watching it, like felt it. It was like
I was worried that. Like I didn't think it was gonna be shot because I didn't like it. I loved it. I thought it was amazing. Like genuinely, I really did, and it felt so powerful to watch it. But I was worried that people were like, and roll their eyes at it. I'm so glad they didn't.
no.
I'm so glad. It makes it even more special that it's 100% televote input in the room.
That's so true. That is actually so true.
It's so special. I think quite a lot of powerful messages went through last night. Switzerland's not my cup of tea, but that getting through genuinely surprised me when you had two anti-war songs back to back.
I was saying actually. And you know what? You know what's really grown on me this year? Croatia.
Oh my god, they were incredible.
Honestly, I like started this 2 weeks being like, it's weird, it creeps me out, I don't get it. And then I was watching it live and it was just an actual joy, and it really has grown on me.
It was like, you know, in The Producers, the musical, the Springtime, the show, it's like that, but like even like funnier.
But then like it's charismatic as well, and I'm glad they got through. I think, you know, had Malta have got through and they didn't, I kind of would be like, you know what, Malta deserved it. But like a little part of me is like really, really glad they got through. Cyprus.
So a little tidbit, we had the Fizz appearing in semi-final 1. We've got Scooch appearing in semi-final 2.
No!
They're doing a bit about the voting sequence and voting on the app and stuff.
If I speak, I'm in trouble. Jesus.
About Scooch.
We're flying the flag.
I suppose we've had a winner and now we've got to have something fun, I suppose. But we have to
Okay. Andrew going barefoot for his performance.
Czechia was so impactful, moved me to tears. Yeah, you're not the only one. You are not the only one. Goosebumps.
I just want to defend myself here. I'm just saying I wasn't saying they wouldn't qualify, but if there was a shock non-qualifier, that would have been then. I couldn't see anyone else of the supposed favourites not going through. I had 9 countries when I predicted, you know, with people that I was there with, and I was just between Netherlands and Croatia for the 10th spot. That was it. The other 9 was locked for me. So. And Czechia was locked, so it's not.
So the very start of the first chorus in Cyprus is when the waterfall literally just starts on the LED screen behind him. So it literally looks like he's getting doused in the water.
And Andrew has so many things going for him. I think. Because when I saw him in Australia Decides last year, I thought his vocals were shaky, but they've not been shaky as far as I've heard this year. And I think that's a big improvement because he has everything. He has the package, he has the looks, he has the movements, he has the song, the LEDs, the everything. So Yeah, no.
A lot of people have been upset about Latvia actually. I think that was one thing that a lot of people took out of the performance, and I heard a lot of people saying that yeah, they were really disappointed. It's a lovely song as well, and I think it speaks to a lot of people, and it's a shame. Yeah, definitely a lot of people are upset.
Yeah.
Ha! Does anyone remember any British viewers when they performed on Blue Peter and they had to change the lyric to "Would you like a sweet sir"? But the guy looked really annoyed that he had to say it.
Something to suck on for landing side. Oh yeah. You're right about Latvia, but the problem with the Latvia song was it's a very introvert song. It doesn't speak to, the casual viewer. The song in itself is beautiful, but in that setting, it seems like it's more introvert, and for that, it failed to capture enough people, I think.
So Cyprus is moving through the elements. We've got the rain, we've started with the cold, and now we've got the heat,
Yeah.
and fire.
The first two thirds of the song, it's all very blue, silveries, and then for the literally the final chorus is where we transition to the fire. So they've got they sort of, I don't know if they've brought them there themselves, but there's sort of you see blocks on the back of the stage throughout the first bit of it, and then once we get to that final chorus, that's sort of like flames that start coming out of there, and then also the additional pyro around the end of the catwalk where Andrew is as well. But yeah, overall a very, very solid performance.
So that was Cyprus. Do you think Lithuania can qualify? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We will see her in a bit, but Lithuania for me is one of the songs that has grown very much because Monica is such a seasoned performer, and she can bring a song that is in most parts actually quite basic, but the whole tuto part is capturing. She has the audience in her palm. We saw that also when she was here. The audience made a circle around her. She was in the middle, and it's like it's this gospel chant, and it works. So yeah, I think definitely Lithuania can qualify. But before Lithuania, we will go to
Iceland.
Yes, and we also had an Iceland comment.
So Delia is sort of in waterfalls in her postcards, but she also brings in some weights to lift up to show off her power.
Queen.
Yeah, she is a physiotherapy student, so all adds up.
Who's going to see Terrell try and exit your village?
Are you?
Don't know, just seen that they're filming.
Okay, starting off sitting on the floor. Green lighting and those green vines on the LED behind her.
I love what she. Oh, I love the boots as well. I love them.
Switched up in the early things, and then
And we know she can sing. I mean, she has.
So the green vines that we saw in the TikTok and in this performance so far move from the back LED onto the LED floor underneath her, and then she flips up for the first chorus.
Why is everyone doing a dance break this year? Well, because it's phenomenal.
Because Chanel.
Yeah, actually. Because first Eleni Ferreira and then Chanel.
Has this been social on Instagram yet?
What has?
The live stream.
I'm not sure, but we can do that.
Yeah. Can we social and share the link just so people know that we're live?
Yes, of course.
Amazing.
So, should I take a picture of us doing a live stream?
Please, and I'll get Lucy to jump in as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, because my phone is for the.
Yep.
Wait, get Lucy.
Lucy, picture.
Do you want to jump in and then Simon can take a pic for social?
Absolutely.
Amazing.
So it's really lovely.
Yeah.
Just so people know we're live and we can share the link because this was unplanned. Amazing.
Hi.
Yes. So we're just
Right.
Is everyone doing a dance?
Look at
break?
me and look nice. Yes, and you are beautiful. Thank you.
amazing. Can we
I think
share
Simon
and put the
every
link
day
on as
doing
well
that.
so people know on Insta we're live? Amazing.
Stunning. Why?
So Delia moves to the back. She's got a quite small rotating circle, which I mean looks a bit random, particularly compared to the Netherlands. Otherwise, it's a lot of Delia running around the stage with nature graphics on the LED behind her, and then blue lights. I don't think there's necessarily anything in the stage show that will win people over. It's going to be more about
Oh,
the
amazing.
song
Thank you so
and
much. Oh, that's ideal. That's
Delia's very energetic performance and the emotion she brings to it.
Oh, here's Greece coming up next. Iceland is one of my favourites. I think it's like really been slept on this year, but I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, I really love the drum and bass sound.
Yeah. I love Delia as well, like I love her. I've not met her, but I just want to be her best friend. Like,
She was the best one vocally at London Eurovision party.
Like I've not met her, but I
So
just
fun.
think we would be best friends. Do you know what I mean?
I love that when you get the vibes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's great. I agree. She's been slept on. I think she's qualifying with ease. I don't think she'll do like incredible in the final, but I think that she's qualifying tonight, tomorrow. So
Yeah.
I'm saying tonight because I'm going. So I'm like, it's happening tonight, and
Are
then
you
I'm
going?
not.
Oh,
just tonight.
When am I going? I'm going tomorrow.
It's the live one. Scary.
I'm
exciting.
nervous for this one though. Like I think for semi-1 I was a bit like, well I know who's probably going through and who's probably not.
Yeah.
I was a bit nervous for Azerbaijan. I was a bit nervous for Malta because I did want to see them. I know I wanted to see them through.
I'm
yeah.
worried because I'm just.
But this one
I
I'm
hope
like
they're not
fully
getting
worried.
too much bad treatment, kind of from the press and stuff back home. I hope that they're kind to them.
Well, it's lovely actually. Nadia's just dropped a message and said like, and Nadia's really proud of them, which is really sweet. And yeah, shout out to Nadia.
So Victor, also starting at the front of the catwalk on the ground, he lays down, and on the floor LED there's all the letters, but also a graphic of him rolling around like he's struggling to sleep or something.
Oh, like me.
And then,
Hey, you need some of Cyprus's lavender.
and then he comes on the LED screen at the back as well with a moon
So
rising.
it's Lucy EA and then Surti SURTE. Oh, it's SUR.
You know what I've said that graphics of your face doesn't work, but what do you think of the graphic that Victor is using?
I don't think this is the best one we've seen.
Right.
But he's lip syncing the words like in the graphic behind her, but it's not dynamic enough. It just looks like his mouth is doing that a bit. Whereas in Romania's, they literally had
Yeah.
a video of him singing the song, and you can
Oh,
actually
on
tell he
Twitter
was
is
mouthing the words.
Oh, I've already done it
Yeah.
on Twitter.
On your Twitter.
I've already Twitter.
Yeah, it's the Instagram we need.
It's Instagram.
I'll do both. That was all.
Fab. And yeah, the link as well. Just making sure Instagram knows that we are live for
Will we see UK perform today in the rehearsal? Will they perform in the one that's happening now, or will they wait till the evening preview?
I don't know actually.
I think just the evening, but I'm not 100% sure.
All I
Yeah.
know is that they didn't perform at the live, and that meant I didn't see Marco Mangoni, which I think is like a personal attack.
Personal attack.
Yeah.
When he came on in the evening preview, when I went on Monday, the things that came out my mouth, considering my husband was sat next to me.
Honestly, so on the turquoise carpet, like I was genuinely like, oh.
What do I do with it? Oh. He's such a handsome man. Here you go. You know what? This is a really interesting one. Yo Joe, with do you guys think the semi-final was a little bit boring because we didn't have any shot qualifiers or any non-qualifiers? The results were a bit boring in my opinion, but that's because I lost 3 of my top 5, so I was like...
yeah. I think like to an extent, yes, but then it was kind of quite nice in that, like, because probably tomorrow I'm going to be really nervous for everyone, and I think when you do something like this, and you know, like, I mean, we've had this lounge and we've kind of gotten to know everyone, and we know how lovely everyone is from the pre-parties and stuff. You get so nervous for them, and
I really want Australia to do really well because they were so cool. They were like the coolest people in the world.
Victor's vocal at the end was better than the clip that we saw.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Good.
I still think like there's a lot of him jumping around. Like, obviously, you know, he is a young, beautiful boy, but it is. I don't feel like there's anything in the staging that necessarily gets the message of the song across. It's just a lot of Victor's face or full body Victor on the LED screens.
That's such a shame. I realised I turn 32 next month. I'm going to be double Victor's age. That makes me feel so old. Very important news.
Yes.
Baby.
Poland is up next. Her postcard
Baby
is
is coming.
Baby as well. She's
Baby.
DJ.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, love that.
Das Mystery Man 12, R.I.P. Latvia. They were my second favourite. They were my 10 points this year. We lost them yesterday. Honestly speaking, I went to the afternoon preview yesterday, and all the casuals, the non-fans, were going to the toilet during Latvia. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, they're gone then.
Oh my god, you know what wound me right up? I think it was during Loreen, someone went to the loo, and like, obviously people were like filming Loreen, and like they're like, excuse me, and I'm literally like walking in front of everyone's view for Loreen. I was like,
it can wait 2 minutes for the postcard. Grim.
You know, so you know the Poland meme about them doing loads of graphics.
Oh yeah.
So it's not just the dance break that has it.
Oh no. Is it literally like from the get-go?
Like the beginning bit, it's like a filter, like they're using some old well, not necessarily old, but some sort of camcorder thing. We get a lot of pink smoke coming across the screen as they transition between different verses and different choruses.
Why?
oh.
We also have Blanca on the back LED screen. There is a lot of people on the LEDs this year.
I wonder why. What's the trend? What's the reason?
Vocals.
Did Kalush have them last year? Right?
I mean, it's better than the pre.
Kalush had them last year, didn't he?
Yeah.
Where are we on a scale from 1 to 10, vocal wise?
6.
Okay, I was thinking 5 or 6.
Okay, we're on to the dance break and all its graphical wonders.
Oh dear. I loved when somebody made Brooke Scullion. Well, oh my god, that's rich. When somebody made That's Rich, but all with the Polish graphics on it. Someone's tweeted Loreen tattoo. Somebody's sent this message, just Loreen tattoo. That's the whole message.
Correct.
Yeah. Simple Things says, do we have a camera shake, Jonathan? You know, when Ochman was like,
No, but the first verse, it's like they're using one of those 360 cameras. So it's not like a main shot, it's like curved in a bit of a weird way.
For God's sake. I'm not going. Right, so how many movie maker effects from Anso the Anso? How many movie maker effects? Is it like the whole thing? How many movie maker effects?
Literally, like they have this pink smoke transition between literally every verse and chorus.
God, that's bad.
So next up after Poland, shall we just say we have Slovenia?
They're my number one this year.
Are they?
I've got a Slovenia flag in my... God, I said something else then. A Slovenia flag in my bag to take to the show tonight. I am very excited. What do you think between which two countries would be the battle for victory? I think everyone has the same two answers for this.
Sweden, Finland.
Sweden and Finland.
Yeah.
France could come in for a lull and just come and do something outrageous.
For a lull.
Just for a laugh, just turn up and just be like, bam, and then just, I don't know, amaze us all.
A lot of the conversation yesterday was about running order as well, in that Sweden and Finland are first half,
Oh yeah.
as is France, but Israel is second half. So a lot of Israelis were a bit like, ooh,
Oh yeah. Yeah, if so, Lee Smithhurst at the BBC is the one whose job that is to do that running order. So good luck, Lee.
oh, enjoy.
PowerPoint
It's like
presentation.
last year's first half in the final. It was like, bam, bam, Spain, Italy, France, bam, boom. It's like, okay.
Mario says, do you think there is a really huge quality difference in staging and organisation between this year and last year? The second you come to Liverpool, you walk in the city and you know that is the case, let alone what's in the arena.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't in Turin. Why am I answering this? Katie, you were in Turin. Go
I
nuts.
do. So I feel the culture in Turin is very much, you'll figure it out. I feel like us Northern Europeans just need all of it signposted, need our hands held a bit, but the Italian culture is very much, you'll figure it out. And I kind of worked out that if I just looked confused and said prego lots of times, I kind of got where I needed to be.
Yeah.
But it was very, it was very it was organised in a very Italian way, but in the most charming way possible.
We have somebody who you guys might want to see here.
And it's not me in the background.
What? We all want to see you.
Yeah, but
Are you ready? Oh,
Say hello to Simon.
Oh, he's
Devon, Adarami,
www.vlogs.com.
Hey,
www.vlogs.com.
here's our baby.
Hello, darlings. God, this looks quite nice, actually, doesn't it?
Cute, isn't
Don't
it?
sound so surprised.
You have a tree growing out of your head.
Yeah, baby.
Right.
Blanca's just been on, baby.
Has she
As in Polish Blanca, not Spanish Blanca.
Oh, wow.
Blanca Polonia, not Blanca Paloma.
Sorry, that
Oh,
was
Blanca
excellent.
Paloma. But that's not her surname, is it?
No,
It
What's her
means
surname?
Polish and something, doesn't it? Polish.
Name.
Polish and Spanish.
There you go.
Do you know her surname?
Blanca Sartov, I want to say something like that.
She
I
is
don't
stunning.
know.
She looks like a beauty queen.
Devon, do you think there's a really huge quality difference in staging and organisation between Turin and Liverpool?
I wasn't in Turin. It's an easy one to answer.
But just as a viewer.
With all those mistakes in Turin.
Oh,
I mean,
sorry, Katie.
there were no mistakes yesterday.
No.
Apart from Alicia Dixon looking up when she should have been looking.
We were saying that,
Do you
like,
know how I was
look at your
thinking?
camera.
Why is my girl looking up?
She did a lot better in the live show than she did in the previews. You'll agree with that. Like, you were at the previews. She had a few errors in the previews, so
Her
at least she
rap
sorted
segment
it
was
out.
So,
Oh god,
so-
that
Oh,
was
oh,
opening.
yeah.
I like
What's
it
this?
though.
Guys,
So, it's a lot of, obviously they're just down on the main
Talk about
It's me,
Slovenia.
guys, I better run.
catwalk bits. I don't think they're necessarily giving the same eye contact they did in the first live performance they did that sort of got everyone swooning. There's a moment where Bojan licks the camera, which is interesting.
I'm not sure I like the sound of that.
I think
Wow, I did not expect that.
I think a live audience will help give this more energy. I think
It
there
doesn't
was
quite
maybe
work.
a little
does
bit
it?
lacking when it's just them on stage in an empty arena.
Who's on there?
Me.
Georgia.
But you're here.
I know, I better hurry up.
Yeah, you better run. Down your tea, quick. Just drinking tea for the energy.
I know, yeah.
Have you just sent a mate as
now.
to do your stand-in? Is that what
Yeah,
it is?
this is me standing.
Okay. Oh man, look at us just with our cups of tea. We didn't do a cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
I
Hi, we
think-
had Lavazza coffee in the press room
Oh.
in Turin.
Oh, lovely. We've had a super chat from Tamara Van Sorry. Thank you so much for your super chat. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Who are your top 3 qualifiers, Katie, for semi 2?
I would say Armenia, Iceland, and I'm putting this one in because I don't know if it will get through, but I really, really, really want it through. San Marino.
Okay. That's an interesting. Pardon me, sorry about the hiccups. Oh, sorry. San Marino is a really interesting
I really
one.
want it through.
It's definitely different. No, it's with San Marino. I really like it musically. I'm not a fan of the lyrics, but musically it's really cute.
I think the lyrics are like playful. They're fun.
Yeah.
I think so this is what it is. The lyrics so with Ireland, there's one particular lyric that really irks me, which is so obviously. You've got 3 minutes to be memorable, make an impact. Probably the first lines are the most important, right? To grab people in. And what do they say? They go, we take our first breath, and I'm kind of like, yeah. And then we exhale, and it's like we all breathe, right?
Yeah.
Like if you've got 3 minutes to tell us something, and you're going to tell us in the first 2 lines, we breathe in. And we breathe out. It's like, I know if you've took your first breath, you're probably going to exhale. And I just think, it genuinely, I just kind of think like, you've got 3 minutes to give us something. And even as well as native English speakers, this is what you give us.
Yeah.
And then to me, they're the lyrics that irk me slightly. And I just think the San Marino lyrics are fun.
Yeah, Ireland, if I'm totally honest, I feel like I can say this now, Ireland was at the bottom of my ranking because of the generic lyrics. That is why it was dead at the bottom. San Marino is kind of somewhere middly for me.
Right.
I hope it'd be cool if they got through. I'd be here for it.
Yeah.
My top 3 qualifiers, as in the 3 I think will be top 3. No, you know what? I'm not even going to guess that with this semi.
Yeah.
My 3 favourites are Slovenia, are my favourite, Australia, and Belgium. That's my 3 favourite today. Very excited to see Gustav. Oh, I love him so much. He was great here in the Lush Lounge in the day. Did an acoustic version because of you. It was stunning, and he was so nice. Love him.
Can I say my top 3?
Oh, yeah, oh my God! Sorry.
No,
yes,
no,
please
no,
do.
No, but I would agree. I have Austria as my winner. In this
Oh my God! Yeah,
semi-final.
Austria.
Yeah.
Sugar. I forgot about that.
And I would agree with Slovenia, and then Australia probably third. And based on their, let's say, they're so safe for their performance. We know that they will slay every time.
Yeah.
They're so seasoned in what they're doing, and they just know what they want. So,
Definitely. Jonathan, who's your top 3 today? Your favourite of semi-final 2?
We'll come to that. Shall I talk about Georgia's?
Please.
I would say, once you've seen the first minute of this, you know what's going to happen for the other 2 minutes, because she is very much stood on this circular stage.
Jonathan, can you talk about who is on the screen right now, please?
Someone that I don't know the name of. You're accredited, aren't you?
It may or may not be Hollywood superstar Luke Evans. Oh, I'm obsessed.
Is that the one who played Gaston?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh, yes, that's where I know him
Oh
from.
my God, I love that man so much.
Oh my God.
Whew.
That's so cool. I wonder what he's doing. Don't answer that though. I mean,
Yeah.
you can answer that.
Yeah.
Because you've got the headphones on. We can't hear anything anyway, even if we wanted to.
Something about
jealous of
quality
your sweets, I want
and
to cut.
Oh,
all voices
so
being heard.
in that one there's some Earl Grey, in the other one there's English breakfast. Oh, there isn't a mug though. You'll need to get a cup.
But yeah, back
He
to
does.
Georgia. She's very much stood on this circular platform for the full 3 minutes, and those 2 LED walls are there beside her for the full 3 minutes as well. There's a lot of smoke in the first portion of this, which creates a nice atmosphere, and then it does get slightly samey throughout the sort of second half. There is certainly a change in colour in the lighting as we move into the last chorus. It moves more into a few more golds and stuff rather than all the blues. I still think it's a very powerful performance and can definitely get through.
And tell us about her vocal. How was she vocally?
Vocal was on point. Like there was not a bum note.
Yay!
Inside.
There never was going to be with her.
Oh
yeah.
no, she's
you're
amazing.
so good at it.
I mean, when she performed
try.
acoustically in the lockdown, like acoustic version is so different, and it was amazing. Honestly, she's so talented.
Oh my god, she is great.
And she's so sweet as well. Can I please put this comment up, please?
Yes, please do. Everybody noticed that. We had a full conversation, like, with, I can't remember if it was William or Deb, and one of them didn't notice it. And then Ewan from ESC Insight came to see us for a bit. And we ended up having a chat, me, Ewan, I think it was Devon, had no idea about the camel toe. We were like, how did you miss this? How?
So
Bless
when I
him.
logged into Twitter this morning, it was the first thing that just popped up. I was like, oh, jump scare. No.
Oh, bless him. The worst thing is that's what he's going to be. Oh, by the way, I'm not going to go too much into this because I don't want to talk about this too much, but his Instagram thing has been deleted.
Oh, really?
good.
Interesting.
So...
Next up, we have San Marino.
How exciting. Do you want to talk about the postcard or not really? Or
They are at Guata Tower. I think.
what's that?
Somewhere in San Marino, I guess.
Is it like that castle you see on everything whenever anyone talks about San Marino?
Yeah.
I was gonna
There can't be much else there, right?
Yeah.
They're playing volleyball
They should've
without a net.
They should have gone to... You know what San Marino's should have been? So in Ukraine, they could have done some like royal gardens. The UK, they could have done Kew Gardens. San Marino, go to Valentina Monetta's garden. That's what they should have done. Oh my god. Where has it gone? I think Belgium might be a shock non-qualifier because they usually do bad in televote from Yoy Joe. No, they're going to smash it. Televote is going to absolutely go mad for Gustav, I think. I don't know, it could be. Do you think Belgium could be a shock non-qualifier? Devon Aderini, weebyblogs.com?
Well, it wouldn't be shock, would it? I mean, it's borderline. It's borderline at best. So it wouldn't be shock.
Come on.
Devon thinks it's
I think
not a
it's- I
shock
think
if it not qualifies.
It's
I'd
not
be
going to be a
shocked.
shock. I think I did put it as my qualifier, but if it didn't qualify, it wouldn't be a shock.
I'd be fuming if
It's
it
a
didn't
bit like
qualify.
Latvia, right? We love it, right? We
yeah,
want
yeah,
it to
yeah.
qualify.
But I can understand why Latvia didn't.
I can understand. Well,
But I
Latvia
couldn't-
and Malta.
Oh, no, you see Malta, I'm on the level with Belgium now. Malta, I'm just still so heartbroken over.
Yeah, I'm heartbroken. Don't get me wrong, but it's not a shock. It's not a shock.
It's not a shot, no. I think Belgium would be, though.
No. A shock non-qualifying
No.
semi-final 2 would be actually who's even. I suppose Armenia.
Yeah, that'd be. Or Georgia would be a shock.
This is interesting. I
Georgia
don't know
would be
anything
shocked.
about this.
Yeah.
Dash Mystery Man says, guys, I don't know if you already read this question, but what do you think about the sound of the broadcast of the show last night? I didn't have any problems with the
Yeah, I
sound.
didn't notice it. Well, I was
No, I
in the
didn't
arena,
notice
but I
it.
didn't notice it.
On the TV, I didn't notice anything wrong with it. Did you?
No, the only thing in the village was that the sound was slightly delayed from the actual visual they were showing on the
Oh,
screen.
was it?
I love how we're in different vantage points, isn't it?
Yeah.
Village, arena,
Yeah.
press center. It's like wow.
Oh, I was in my cousin's lounge. I decided because I was at the
Rehearsal.
Yeah, because I was at the rehearsals. I was like, I want that Eurovision in the lounge experience still. So I watched it, and his Scouse mother-in-law was there. She's like a little 80-year-old, very strongly Liverpudlian lady. She was going, "Oh my God, it's got a camel toe at Ireland!" Like throughout the whole thing. It was so funny.
That is.
She got pissed. It was really funny.
But it was. You can't not see it.
I know. It was literally.
I didn't see it yesterday though. I've had to kind of.
Yeah. I might watch a BBC iPlayer later and be like,
Oh yeah. I've seen photos of it.
yeah, no, I didn't
Oh,
notice any
God.
issues with sound.
It always makes me nervous when San Marino do like backflips off the drum kit. I'm like, please don't.
They do a
break it
backflip
up.
off the drum. I didn't even know
No,
that.
it just jumps off.
Oh, okay.
A lot of red, a lot of black. The lips come back quite regularly. There's a moment where there's a sort of red block on the LED floor that E-King sort of twirls around on a bit. But essentially it's just it's a stage that they can just have this freedom to rock out on.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
I think what I love about their vibe is that like, because they kind of can't play their because you know how sometimes, and I can think of so many acts that have done this, where if they can't play their instruments, they kind of disengage and shut down a bit, and I kind of love that they've embraced it, and they're kind of like, all right, I can't play my instrument, but what can I do? And I think that's a good way to go about it.
It's really good.
I don't think there's anything exceptional in like the staging that's gonna win over new people. It will be about whether you enjoy this style of song.
This style,
Aaron Williams says, I understand why Brunette did a dance break because she's a dancer as well. I'm just scared in case it doesn't fit with the song. Can you talk about that, please, Jonathan, from what you saw?
I'm trying to remember. I think it did flow relatively well. It's just obviously when you've heard the studio cut a lot of times and you're not expecting it, it's like, oh, okay, there's this random dance break in the middle. So for those who haven't heard it before, I don't think it will ruin things.
Interesting. Bear with me. Who said?
Now I've got Austria on stage, Taya and Selena. So 4 backing dancers, and then they're sort of replicated on the LED screen behind them.
God, there's a lot of LEDs this year, isn't it? Like
Somebody said that to me the other day, just like
it's because
too much.
I bet it's because Kalush did it, didn't he? Because he did it when they were doing that.
Liam Smith says, would you be able to talk about the production from last night? I think the hosts were amazing last night. Devon also keeping it real as always. Does the narrative match the score? Last night the hosts are so good. I mean, 2 more than... Well, one maybe wasn't as good as the other 2. Hannah Waddingham is a revelation, though.
Which one are you thinking?
Alicia wasn't looking at the camera.
Right, yeah.
She was like this, like literally say the camera's there. She was like that, kind of talking like that the whole time, instead of looking at the camera. And it was very noticeable. In the run-throughs, the evening and afternoon previews, she was the one that was making mistakes. Thank God she sorted them out kind of for the live show. But Hannah Waddingham, oh my God, and Yulia, insane, incredible talent, and those 2 have really good chemistry. I thought they were fantastic. I mean, Hannah, oh my God, I'm a huge fan of Hannah Waddingham anyway, because I love Ted Lasso, and I'm a huge theatre nerd, and she is a West End, like London's West End theatre icon. And when she got announced, I nearly weed myself with excitement, and she's come through.
I'm glad Timo is involved. I wish Timo was a bit more involved, because I really like him, and I think he's really charismatic, and I feel like he's got such a amazing story, and I think I would have liked to have maybe seen Timo a bit more. Yeah, defo. Some of the things said I should do the postcard ideas for next year. We need Valentina's garden. Literally my favourite moment in Eurovision history is that review of the person who stayed at Valentina Monetta's Airbnb. Absolutely tell her off, and then she came back like, nope. What do you think about the postcards, Katie? They're such an improvement from last year, from KC9 Music. I do like them. They're definitely an improvement from last year. Could we have had them a bit more Ukrainian, maybe? But yeah, they are an improvement from last year, definitely. I
really, really like them. I like the graphic design of them, like the text as well, the way it goes, sorry, I'm doing it the wrong way, the way it like kind of almost, oh my God, what's the word I'm looking for? Like it falters, it goes, and then comes through. I think it looks so good. And then I think kind of the main focus is on the participating countries. I suppose they had to be careful with how much footage they could get in Ukraine, maybe. I wonder if that's why. They had to be very careful getting that footage. I'm really glad that Ukraine is in every single one, and from a personal standpoint, I'm finding it quite camp seeing the UK in them as well.
It's a bit weird, isn't it? Where it's like
Oh, it's so weird.
the angel of the north. It's like,
What? I saw one, and it was I think it's Moldova's. Has got Sherwood
yeah,
Forest
that's a nice
in it.
one, isn't it? It
Yeah.
suits Pasha quite well, I think.
But that's where Samuel's from.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
He lives in Sherwood.
See, I live like 10 minutes from the Angel of the North.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh my god. So yeah, it's weird. And also Birmingham. I go to Birmingham all the time. Birmingham, I know this is dumb, but it's like one of my favourite places to go to. So I'm there all the time. And like seeing Birmingham Centenary Square on there
Yeah.
with the National Library, it's the biggest library in Europe, is on. I can't remember whose that was. I think it was Azerbaijan, so we won't see it in the final.
And next up we have Albania. So we've not talked about Austria yet, have we?
Yeah, so Austria,
Make sure you keep an eye on Albania as well.
get used to the LED backing dancers, because it's essentially a lot of that throughout the full 3 minutes, which does help. I think particularly when they start doing the dancing, it helps fill the stage more, having them all doing it on the LED screen at the back as well, rather than it just being Taya and Selena.
Somebody did leak kind of before rehearsal started, even like somebody who worked on the production, I don't know who it was, they just said the ones to look out for are Armenia and Israel. The one that's the biggest disappointment is Austria. Would you agree with that?
I think there's more they could have done with it, definitely. I do like how it's still fun without it being too gimmicky. But there's definitely, I'm sure there were more creative things they could have done with it.
Go on, yes, please.
But I mean, in terms of Albania that we're watching now, in the way that Sasha Jean-Baptiste helped lift Switzerland to become a cert qualifier, I think she's done it again for Albania, to be honest. Like, there's a lot of really nice moments in here.
It's all right on it now.
Let's try.
Yeah.
The best thing is just that the family have more purpose in their movements, rather than just being randomly on stage, which they sort of were at Festival Ikengus. And the fact that they do, simultaneous dancing, we've got pyro in there now as well. It's the only real sort of traditional Balkan flavour, particularly in this semi-final. So it does stand out.
I think it's really sweet that it's a family as well. Like, we talk about being united by music, and I think just to have a family all on together is really lovely. And talk about what
It's good.
what about what everybody's wearing.
So they're all in black outfits. The family are sort of very plain black, just like either a black dress or shirt and trousers for the men. Albina's got a bit more to her outfit. She's got a little headband with a little jewellery on there, and also her dress is a lot more flowy. She can swirl around a bit more, some extra detailing on.
It's different, isn't it, if you think of what was 2020? Oh, Angela was 21, right? 21 Angela.
Yeah.
And then we had Ranella, and then we had this. So this is like really different to what we've seen before from Albania, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's going back more to sort of, Unida, Medici.
Yeah. Which is, it's lovely, I think. So next up we have Lithuania from Monica. This is quite funny.
We just had someone come see us, somebody called Adam Green. He's come to see us because he is a huge fan, like weirdly, it just so happens to be, he's a huge fan of Monica, and she is on now, like genuinely, like not so much, I think they're in the same hotel, apparently she's really nice. well, I knew that anyway because of London, but yeah, I just came to see. He's a huge fan of Weeby Blogs, so which is really cute. So hey,
This
Alan.
is. Did anyone else notice this? Because I noticed this.
I noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's because I forget the names, I'm afraid. The keyboardist and the guitarist.
Oh my god, Orion's here.
They're not just doing backing vocals, they were also doing some of the main melody.
Yeah.
But when the camera is solely focused on Connor, it looks a bit weird
Ooh,
when he's
that
not
shouldn't have
doing
done that.
What's that?
Was trying to demonstrate what Connor was doing with the mic, and then I just realised what it looked like. Yes, I also love Timor. Woohoo!
Orion says, I've said it elsewhere, Hannah's now in the running for Mother of the Year. Maybe not overtaking Nazara, but definitely up there.
Yeah,
Oh my
I thought
god.
Hannah was great, wasn't
Yeah.
she?
She is Mother.
Yes, we certainly have. We have.
Oh no, I've put the hiccups.
I'm gonna scroll down and get some of these comments. I really hope Estonia gets through. I really do.
I think she will get through because I mean, the same kind of type.
We got a super chat.
Oh.
Right, hang on. So I'm gonna. Got lots of love for Albania.
Oh, there it
Here
is.
we go.
Thank you so much, Vicky, for the super chat. Super appreciated. Hi from Australia. Thoughts on Australia possibly not being kept by EBU after this year with the contract ending? Should EBU renew contract or bye-bye Australia? The EBU would be silly to not keep having
Yeah,
them.
I think so. I think they add a lot of value to Eurovision. I think we're in a world as well where obviously Voyager have brought on the indigenous flag. I think that's important. Like obviously we know what Eurovision has done for like the Sami community, and it would be important not just for Australia but for kind of those minorities to be represented, have a voice, and it adds a lot of value to us. I mean Voyager we love.
Oh God, I'm obsessed.
I think Sheldon. I imagine there's a lot of young LGBTQ plus people in Europe that kind of watch Sheldon and really related. So I think you're right. It would be our loss. I think. If
I refuse to believe that Australia won't be back. They'll be back. There's no way. I mean, I'm saying that famous last words. I would be genuinely shocked if Australia wasn't here next year.
And I think as well, like we've spent about 8 years trying to explain like why Australia's in it, and it would just be
weird to go back.
It would just be even weirder to have to explain again why they just randomly weren't in it anymore.
Yeah.
So in terms of Lithuania's rehearsal,
Yes.
Monica starts at the back and sort of opens with the sort of orange orb around her, and then she does the first verse there, and then she moves down the catwalk and joins her four soulful singers at the end of that. Overall, it's really nice. A lot of purple lighting, and that helps her sort of orange outfit really stand out. She's not wearing the jellyfish one; it's more just a sort of a standard orange dress. But vocally, really good. Definitely solid performance. And speaking of Australia, we are now on to Voyager.
Oh,
Are they in the car,
so
Jonathan?
much.
Yeah, so Danny starts off in the car.
That's so exciting. Oh my
He's
God.
got his keytar in the passenger seat.
How's he actually? Oh my God, that's so kind.
At least they're not in the same semi-final as Malta, because that would have been awkward, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Battle of the car.
What do you think about Australia?
I like it. It's fun.
Yeah, they're so good live. Like, oh my
Yeah.
God.
I think if we're going for battle of like the rock band, I would choose San Marino, but I think there's room for more than one
Oh yeah.
rock song in the final.
Yeah.
We did
I mean,
see
Slovenia as well.
Exactly.
We did see a camera in one of the shots.
Oh, for 5 minutes, I need to walk out.
Okay, first chorus, Danny, it's a roofless car, so he gets up and starts standing up a bit, and then we zoom out and see all the other...
There's a word for a roofless
Roofless
car.
convertible.
Yeah, there we go, that's good.
Are there like any wind machines?
Any what, sorry?
Wind machines.
I mean, Danny's hair is certainly flowing. Obviously, he's got a lot of it. Now we're into the second verse. I mean, even when he's moving, his hair is like literally going, it's flowing quite a bit.
I'm so excited to see this one. I love it so much. So Al is saying. Oh.
So they obviously when they do the.
Sorry, when they do the what?
they transition to another singer, but the camera shot wasn't really in place, so we only got a shot of his body rather than his face.
What, like on purpose, or the camera screwed it up?
I would say it screwed it up. Like I'd quite like to see his face, but
BBC, I love you, but sort it out, Jesus. I mean, they've got a bunch of rehearsals before to sort it, but Christ on a bike. Al, I honestly think Lithuania might not make it. I disagree. They could be a non-qualifier. I'd be very sad if they were. I love Lithuania. Monaco is so nice.
Okay, so the instrumental bit is where they all come sort of a bit closer to the car, and it's only then that Danny actually gets his guitar out of the passenger seat. It's a very dynamic end to the final. Lots of headbanging on the final note. Like it's a bit of pyro at the end.
Oh yeah?
Definitely see it.
Where's the pyro? Is it like pyro curtain or?
No, it's coming up.
Oh, okay. From the bits on the side. Somebody's like, but was Poland done already? Yeah, ages ago. Oh, baby. Australia have just finished.
That is all the songs.
That's all the songs.
Ooh.
So it's done.
Talk to me about what Maria is wearing.
Maria.
Well, it's a casual rehearsal.
Yulia.
So
Yulia.
I was like, who the hell's Maria?
I was thinking it's in Maria Yaremchuk.
Yeah,
Not
Maria
the one.
Yaremchuk's on there. Is it this semi or is it the final she's on?
I
She's
think
doing
it's
Flap
the
Parade.
final,
She's doing Flap
yeah.
Parade. Sorry, Jonathan.
that's all right. So I mean, they're not in their stage outfits, but Yulia's casual outfit has some really nice red Ukrainian imagery on it. Unfortunately, you weren't going to see it because I assume she's got a different dress for the actual show.
Let's be real. Let's be real. Stockholm, Malmo, or Gothenburg. I mean, because I've not been to Stockholm or Gothenburg. I've been to Malmo. It was nice. Maybe like Gothenburg. Let's mix it up. But then I think I didn't go to Stockholm in 2016, but I heard it was a really good show.
Yeah, I think if they're wanting to go like massive with it, then they'd choose Friends Arena. But if they're wanting to keep it at a similar level to, I guess, recent contests / 2016, maybe they'd go with Gothenburg for like a different city.
Yeah. And then bear in mind that 2024 will be the 50th anniversary of ABBA, so they may well want to go big.
They do want to go big, yeah. Definitely. Where are we, show-wise?
So the voting has just opened.
Oh, the voting.
Yeah.
The very exciting voting. Who will qualify from the fake vote? We won't know until later, but it's always some of them who we're not thinking will qualify. That's why I hope Denmark is not there, because then we don't have a chance.
Pepper.
Huh?
What? Pepper. What?
I'm assuming it's not Peppa Pig. Apparently there's a British icon who's leading a conga line called P-E-P-P-A.
Well, it will be Peppa Pig then.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so here's your weird camera shot.
Oh.
So the bit that the Danish team are wanting to use for the recap is the bit that they messed the camera stuff on in the actual performance today.
Please don't do that tomorrow then. I'm just having a cuppa. Ooh, I forgot milk. We're in England. I cannot forget milk.
Is that Earl Grey?
It is English breakfast tea.
Oh, okay, I'll just find that.
I don't know why I speak with such an accent.
So Estonia using the very end of the song for the recap. Belgium using also the final chorus where we've got the dancer coming on and duck walking all over the stage.
Tell me, Mary, I like this. I don't know if I understood well, but if you said that total confusion is a charming Italian way to organise things, I can tell you that is 100% incorrect. Tell me more, Mario. Tell me your insight. Turin, it was like interesting, I would say. Like even things like kind of getting an Uber was quite hard, which is like a random thing to find quite hard. But like tell me more about like how you found it if you're in Turin. I liked it as a city. I love that like Lavazza was from there, and we got like Lavazza coffee in the press centre, and I love Baci di Dama as well, which is like a Torino thing. So there's definitely lots of things I really liked about it, but I think in terms of organisation, like the British way of doing things is quite different to at least like Turin's way of doing things. So as a British person, it was quite interesting to get used to. The culture, it kind of felt like you'll figure it out. And for a British person, quite often we need like our hand held every step of the way. So kind of tell me more about how you found it. I do have fond memories, definitely, of Torino. I always say Torino because I think it sounds so much nicer than Turin. Yeah, this semi-final is very unpredictable, which is definitely, I think, makes it the more exciting semi-final, but also I'm a bit nervous to see how it all plays out. How is Albania opinions on qualification?
I would say Albania's performance was honestly one of the strongest of the whole semi-final. Like I would put them as a very safe qualifier.
Ooh. Oh, that makes me happy. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, we've got lots of questions about... we have got lots of questions about Albania. So we've just had a chat about that now. I'm glad to hear that, because it is really different, isn't it? So
yeah, they've elevated it so much from the national final performance. I wasn't a massive fan of that, but Sasha Jean-Baptiste has done her work.
Worked her magic.
Yeah.
Oh, I am glad to hear that. Amazing.
Okay.
So Tranex have just posted a lovely thing on Instagram. They've said, how can we be sad when we know how many victories, big and small, were gained throughout this journey? We wrote a song for ourselves and got to hear thousands of people singing it with us, and millions of people watched us perform. Isn't this the real thing? It was a lifetime chance and nothing can beat this. To everyone who made it happen, thank you. I'm so sweet.
So there's a little bit about people from the UK and Ukraine sort of coming together and working on the contest. So they show two camera people, one from the UK, one from Ukraine, two sound technicians, one from the UK, one from Ukraine. Although Yulia and Hannah fluffed the lines a little bit, so they might need to go back and rehearse that.
How was Iru?
Iru herself was really good, like non-bum notes in sight. She's delivering a really strong performance in what she's doing. The staging is very much just her stood there for the full 3 minutes. There is sort of nice dynamic moments in there. I think maybe for me there were too many wide camera shots, because when you just sort of see her alone in this sort of expanse, it maybe takes you out of the feeling a bit more. But there's a lot of atmosphere here in the smoke and the LED screens behind her as well. So I would still say that it's a good chance of definitely getting through. Austria was fun. They have a lot of backing dancers on the LED screen. It's essentially their main trick for the whole thing, really. Yeah, they're doing this section again because they've left it up before. So yeah, I think for lovers of Who the Hell is Edgar, the staging might be slightly disappointing.
But they wouldn't be able to replicate that whole office setting anyway, so.
It's still very fun, and I'm sure it's still absolutely going to qualify. It's just maybe not going to be the televote winner people thought it would be.
Who would it be then?
Well,
if they're not winning?
Finland, like in terms of the final.
Final. Okay, I thought we were talking about.
But in terms of the semi-final,
I still think Austria will win the semi-final.
Well, who's performing now, Jonathan?
I missed the intro, but I think it is Maria.
Wee!
So this will be they've got a couple of Ukrainian performers.
I was obsessed with her as a teenager. I love her.
We're in 2016?
2014.
14, right. It was in my town. I should be able to remember that one.
Yeah, I was very interested in.
Hey, Rossi from North London here. Do you think Cyprus will make it into the grand final? Yes! Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd say the performance was strong enough to get them through, definitely.
Yeah. That was just, I wanted to elaborate because we were talking about Austria. You said this one, just fun. You don't seem impressed by Austria. Jonathan.
It's, I mean, there's not. I don't think there's anything there that wows. Like, it's still a very fun song and a catchy song, and that's what's gonna grab people. I don't think the staging is gonna, take it to new heights like, even Finland did with like the massive box and the LED screen behind it and the dancers and everything like that. Vocally as well, they are good for the most part. When they get to the "Oh mio padre," sort of that higher section, it is just slightly breathy at parts, so it doesn't come across as strong. But yeah, it's still going to be a good one of the night, and I'm sure it'll go through.
This is a good question. Have you heard whether EBU will release the jury backup vote results if televote does not work in a country for the semi-finals? I really want to see them and know whether it changes something.
I doubt it.
I doubt it very much, because they would only release a jury vote if it was actually coming into, play in a country. So no, because that would make rows everywhere on social media if they did that.
Thank you. Lots of love. I saw something. Where was it? Is there any entry that you guys love? So for me, this is San Marino.
Yeah, San Marino won't qualify.
Right, bloody hell.
No, I appreciate. They are so lovely. They do so well in what they do. I just don't think the song is strong enough for qualification. Tonight I only have 3 songs that I'm certain will not qualify. the others can all come into play for me.
Well,
Yeah, I know. I know. Denmark, Romania non-qualifier. I will agree on Romania, but I'm biased, so I won't agree on Denmark.
If you're wondering, there was that sort of brief picture of a star in the backing area. It's not in an act. It is in this interval thing.
Oh, because people were worried Marco was going to use it, weren't they? And they were like, you know what? Did you see that tweet where it was like, what would Rye do? Be like, you know what we need? A massive star.
I want to go down, but I cannot. Why can I not?
You know what? Honestly, like, I mean, Turin was. I have fond memories of Turin. I really do. Yes, thank you, Simple Things. San Marino staging is great. Fab colours, you are correct. Do you want to talk this through since it happened last night?
Yeah. So for those of you who didn't see it, after the semi-final, when Wild Youth didn't qualify, Connor posted on Instagram, was it? That basically they did everything they could, but no one gave Ireland a chance. It was like undertones of this is political, this is something that we are not able to control as the act. What do we say about that?
You're literally in a contest held by the UK because we came second after 20 years of not doing well. There was a lot of other factors involved in that beyond just politics.
I mean, let's cut it down to what it is. This song wasn't strong enough.
Like I think people knew this was a pretty solid non-qualifier ever since it was selected. Like even though I do quite like the song and it is a bit anthemic, like I have never once thought that I would probably go through. So
I mean, we can like a song, but still know that in that competition or in competition with the other acts of that semi-final, it won't qualify. Latvia has quality, Azerbaijan has quality, Ireland has quality. It's not that. We're just talking about this is a competition where 5 songs are eliminated from a semi-final. So we would have to see, okay, what's the reasons that this song is not qualifying? And for Ireland's sake, it's very simple, the song.
Oh God, yeah.
What are we saying, oh God, to?
Denmark's poor camera.
Don't remind me. It's like,
Armenia, tell me.
It is visually stunning.
I am not friends with this computer. Katie, help me out. I want to scroll, but I cannot scroll.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be some surprises tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow, I mean, I in my opinion, we had like 9 countries locked for qualification last night from the get-go. Tomorrow, I have 5 countries locked, I think. Not anymore. Okay.
What do we think about Armenia's country? Yes, oh my God, yes. Go on, I'm going to put some. So my favourite, I love the Armenian song. My favourite part is the introduction. Like my favourite part is the first part just because I love the words. I love how like dreamy it is. So that is my favourite part of the song. But then I think Brunette is brilliant and I love the colour scheme. I think it's just kind of one of the many really nice things about this song. It's not my favourite part of the song, but that's because the earlier part is my favourite part of the song.
Yeah, it's not like a full-on dance break in like the same as Chanel. Like it's not the same sort of full-body choreography, but it does give a new element to the song that we haven't had before.
I think it makes a nice break for the kind of very very slow, very so dreamy kind of intro to the song. And it's like, okay, it's a bit. I know disturbing is not the right word, but it's like it just goes into our heads. It's like, okay, there's something we need to pay attention to, which is a good thing in this song, because otherwise 3 minutes of what we have in the
gradual build-up.
of gradual build-up is good for the song, and she's vocally, mwah.
So this is Mark. This is exactly the same issue that I have with the Irish song. I think somebody tweeted that it was almost as if you put into AI, write a Eurovision song, and I don't know who tweeted that, credit to whoever did, because I think that sums it up really well. It almost like it says everything but doesn't say anything to me, and almost when I would listen to the lyric, I'd kind of think like, what are you talking about? It was almost like they were talking about everything and nothing. And there was nothing that I could latch on to and think like, okay, I'm following the story now, I'm following what you're telling me. A particular bit that I had an issue with, I said this earlier on in the stream, is the opening lines, because obviously this is the bit where you want to grab people, you've got 3 minutes, you're going to perform it once, convince 200 million people. And the first line is like, we take our first breath, and it's kind of like, okay, we all take breath all the time. And then the second line is, and then we exhale. And it's kind of like, well, if you took a breath, it's kind of implied that you're gonna exhale. And it's like the two first lines of your song, essentially all you've said is, we breathe in and we breathe out, which is a bit of a given anyway, given that we all breathe all the time. And I just felt like, and I said it's like for native English speakers that kind of could have said anything, they had 3 minutes to tell Europe something. It was, I think they could have come at it with a bit more, and it almost felt like they were kind of holding back and hiding behind a lot of cliches. So I think we have the exact same sort of feelings about the lyrics here.
And if I may add to that, because it's like when you have a song, you can be strong, have some musically strong things, like we talked about with the dance break in Armenia, adding something to it. Musically, this song is quite simple, which can be okay. I mean, we have simple songs. Poland is a very simple song if we focus, only on the musical side of it. But when you have simple musical build-up, when you have simple lyrics, and let's face it, a simple staging where they try to dress the band up to enhance the visual impact of the song, but it was like it only every three of those aspects just crept up to decent. So if you have decent music, decent lyrics, decent staging, combined, it's just not impactful enough. You need to have something that's like bam out there, and that I'm not saying that to throw shade at the Irish song. I mean, I'm a 90s young person, more than you guys are, I would say. So I love this kind of music. This is the boy band kind of music that was the epitome of the late 90s and early 2000s. But in this day and age, it's a bit dated, actually, the musical expression that song has.
Jonathan, tell me what you're viewing on the screen.
So they're setting up for an interval act that will, I think, happen in an ad break just after the voting has closed. Hannah's been wandering around, so she may potentially be involved, we'll see. But the main thing is that we have 2 drag queens on stage. So we're not just getting drag queens in Gustav's performance on the LED wall behind us, we are getting actual physical live drag queens on the Liverpool stage.
Guys, I'm not going to read this out, but I'm just going to leave this here so you can all read it.
I got that comment from some friends yesterday as well.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that, I think.
Let me There was one. If you go a little bit up, Riley's vocals, Jonathan.
They were good. I don't think he's not the strongest vocalist in the competition, but they were good enough.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
So this interval act with the drag queens.
Oh, yeah.
So Alicia and Julia go off stage for whatever, I don't know, break, and Hannah's looking around for where's Alicia, where's Julia, and then these two drag queens are like, we're up here, and the theme is there's a queen machine where they've been transformed into drag queens. So Hannah's going to go into this machine and turn increasingly fabulous. I don't know whether we'll see if she actually gets into any new costume.
I didn't notice this actually, did you?
In Azerbaijan's performance, Tehran's bass guitar strap broke. That is so unfortunate. I feel so sad for him.
I did notice something where he bumped his guitar up, but
I was on the floor last night, and it's always difficult to see the small details, although they were actually quite close to us, distance-wise. But it's like when you're down there, you're like trying to look at everything that you can see. But I didn't notice that he dropped the strap.
But yeah, shout out to Tehran and Terrell because they are absolutely lovely, and
yes.
I think it's a real shame that we don't have them in the final. They obviously had a challenge on their hands following Loreen,
and before Czechia.
I think they've done Azerbaijan really proud, and I think if anyone here is from Azerbaijan, you can be really proud of them. And it's lovely that, I think they put this lovely Instagram post on where they said, they've been themselves, they've brought their music to the stage, and everyone got to hear it, which is absolutely lovely. And yeah, it's a shame we're not going to see them in the final.
And shout out to Azerbaijan finally, having songs that are written in Azerbaijan from their own artists. It's not a product taken from outside and given to an artist to be like, okay, perform this. So and they've been so lovely all the time. What?
Guys.
The golden camel toe.
Oh, man.
We'll just leave that up to the EBU, I guess.
I would like to see Estonia qualify. I love Alika. I love that she's kind of not gone with, she said in our interview, that if you have a ballad, could go white dress, could, wind machines, which she's not. She's done something a bit different. I love the piano. I think she's brilliant, and I would love to see her qualify. Diana absolutely loved Azerbaijan.
Yeah. It was like, this semi-final, if we compare it to other semi-finals we've seen over the years, this is one of the strongest lineups I've seen in a semi-final in a lot of years. We had the 10 qualifiers, but I wouldn't say all of the other 5 could have qualified, but it was like, compared to this semi-final where, as I say, I have 3 that for me are certain non-qualifiers, but in that semi-final yesterday, I wouldn't have been overly surprised if any of the other acts had qualified, and that's not something you can always say about entries in a semi-final.
Queen pop up. So it's not the actual hosts transforming into drag queens, but we now have 3 drag queens bringing us an interval act all about "Do we have your attention?" Okay, a lot of backing dancers coming onto stage. They're all in silver hoodies.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's more than a hoodie, but they've all got hoods on essentially.
I've just put on some more clothes because I feel better in my sweater. I think Estonia will do well, a real standout this year. No other acts are quite like it. Yeah, well, it's the only ballad. This is the power ballad Eurovision style that we have loved and cherished so much over the years. So yeah, and Alika's vocals are. Where is the scroller? There.
Oh.
There.
Is
No.
it Free Yourself, the song?
What?
I think so. The drag queens are lip syncing to Free Yourself. I think the song's called.
Ah, okay.
And they get more people, supposedly from the audience, coming onto stage to join them.
Sorry, that was me. It's connected to my 4G and I was scrolling on Instagram, so if it lags, my fault. Soz. Jonathan, could we have a recap, please?
Yes, I'll bring up the full list of countries so I don't miss one out.
First up is my country.
Yeah, Denmark was. It's a nice opener. I don't think it was the best opening choice. I would say. It's a light pop song, shall we say? It's got quite a nice beginning part where Riley sort of rubs something off the camera, and then the room starts spinning. I did feel it was a bit weird that he didn't walk through the final door, like it just sort of revolved around him. In this open semi-final, it's definitely got a shot, but I do wonder whether people will remember it from the very beginning. Armenia is visually stunning. Like, the graphics are amazing. Like the pinks in there look really wonderful with what Brunette does, and then it transitions from that into there's like shadow work, so the lights keep coming on and off, and you see Brunette's shadow swishing around, and then obviously the dance break that everyone has been talking about, which is an interesting new moment. It adds extra dynamism in there. It's not like, as I said, not full on Chanel choreography, but it doesn't ruin the song by any means. No? Romania is okay. There's a lot of things going on.
There's a lot going on.
Like the opening. Oh, just FYI, we've got some Jessica Malboy in this interval act. We are lip syncing to "We Got Love."
Yeah.
Oh.
So Australia in the house.
Woo.
The opening is weird because he's sat there strumming his guitar acoustically, so you think they might go for a nice peaceful opening moment, but then on the LED floor they've got these sort of people, what looks like they're floating in blood, with like guitars, and it looks a bit weird, and it doesn't match the LED background either because that's all blues, so there's a bit of a weird colour contrast, and then we get him on the back screen, Lava. The dancer comes in very randomly in the last chorus, and starts feeling him up. I would definitely sort of probably put it as a non-qualifier.
I'm going to pause this recap and come to this. If the big five had to compete in the semi-finals, do you think any of them this year would be non-qualifiers? No.
Nope.
No, I don't.
This is the strongest big five we've had in ever.
No, not ever. Last year was good as well.
Yeah, but then still Germany was failing, for me at least, to be competing. This year, definite qualifiers, all five of them, if they had to compete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, do I see Lucy Percy?
Yeah.
Lucy Percy is.
I thought I saw Lucy Percy. Come join
Does anybody
us.
have a plug that I can put this in to charge the phone?
Yep.
Because I only have the USB. Like that.
Lucy
So
Percy, come join us.
I will. Bear with me. Just put the deal's phone on, shall I?
after Romania was Estonia. Very solid performance, as we've sort of been talking about. It's the main power ballad of semi-final. Starting off with the sitting in front of the piano that's playing itself, and then she moves to the back of the stage, initially all blue, but then for the final chorus she stands in front of a microphone and it turns to gold. My favourite moment was when she initially goes to the back of the stage, she sort of like throws her arm down and the whole LED, both the floor and the backing, just sort of whooshes with this really nice blue silvery texture. That's quite a nice moment. Yeah, I think if this was later on, I'd be more confident in it being like a solid qualifier, but it being so early, that might just play into things ever so slightly.
I'm going to pause your recap once more. Is Turkey really coming back next year? So, what I have heard is that Turkey has their elections on May 14th, and a lot of whether Turkey comes back will depend on what happens in the Turkish election. That's what I've heard. Have you heard the same thing?
Pardon?
Turkey.
Yeah, so the opposition sort of said they would bring Turkey back. So if we get a new government in Turkey, then we could very well see Turkey on the way back.
Honestly, dream.
They've been in discussions for several years now,
Yeah.
and they've never just quite managed to seal it. But maybe next year is the one that changes it.
Lucy, opinions on the camel tour last night?
Unfortunate, isn't it?
And she says, unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate. It's well, I mean, we remembered the performance for it because I don't think much else would have.
When is Wee Wee Jam? The Wee Wee Jam is tonight at Fusion in Liverpool. Come and join us. If you've got a ticket, amazing. If you haven't, there are tickets on the door.
Who are there? Oh, I didn't know that. Stunning.
Hi, Lucy. So right now, who is performing? We haven't.
So it's
we
the
have
Mons
that.
Philomena.
Yeah.
Oh
clip.
God.
Silly interval.
What was your opinion on that?
It's just stupid. I mean, like,
It was dumb, right?
but like, I mean, I don't understand how you can like not remember Achille, because like Achille Laura was last year.
Last year. I guess she didn't watch it.
I'm sure Mons is a big enough Eurovision fan that he would
Yeah.
remember.
But it's just a bit silly because it's like, do you know what I mean? Like, who, like, we all remember Achille Laura didn't qualify last year, didn't we? I was threatening to like go home from Turin because Achille Laura didn't qualify.
Oh my God.
I was so upset. I was like on the live stream going, if Achille doesn't qualify, I'm going home. And then like I was kind of on the live stream the next day, like, hi guys.
Your tail between legs.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
I guess I'm here.
So I won't ruin the final result of their game, but the three that they look at are Inculto from Lithuania, from like 2010,
I don't know who that is.
Malta's Christabel, and then Sunstroke Project, their first time around.
Well, we all know bloody, so come on. We all know
Christabel is the only one that's like.
who
you might not
went
know.
and saw Sunstroke Project at the Euroclub last night. They were amazing. But like,
wish I went.
Sunstroke Project is like literally,
like,
literally
so
iconic.
Especially the first one. Oh my
Yeah,
God. Even though it didn't
like-
do great. Ruin it, Philomena. Like, don't ruin it. But if she gets that wrong, no excuse, because that was the year she was presented. Wasn't that 2018?
No, that
No, this
was
is the first time around.
Runaway, and then it was
No, Christabel.
it was
Oh,
Kyiv,
Christabel.
wasn't it?
No,
where they did it?
Christabel. I'm talking about Taboo.
Oh,
That was 2018,
yeah.
right? Was it 2018 or was it 2017?
Yes, Achille deserved better. Correct. That is the correct answer. Lucy, oh.
Lucy, you look too happy now. You have no idea how sad I was about Latvia. Latvia were my second favourite for the whole year. I was devastated. Like, devastated. I nearly cried because I'd had quite a bit of
I feel
wine.
it. Like, honestly.
Genuinely. Like, Latvia, Malta, and Netherlands were all, like, in my top 5.
You know what? When I saw Netherlands, I actually thought, you know what, they could be in with a chance.
Yeah, same.
Achille Lauro was robbed, correct.
Yeah.
Like, top marks, correct answer. Like,
Latvia were robbed this year.
Yeah.
Bloody something like I took a Latvian flag into the arena. So you saying I look happy that they didn't qualify? Couldn't be the more opposite. I literally took a Latvian flag, and I was quite near the green room. They came down, and when they were leaving, I was like, ah, with my flag, and they were like, oh my god. I was like, but yeah, I'm sad.
I think as well, like, I feel this because with Achille, I think me and Suzanne kind of, because obviously when you're in the press, we were in the press room. Obviously, we were allowed to live stream in the press room. So we kind of talked ourselves into a bit of a delusion that like it was definitely qualifying, it was going to do amazing. So then like what happened, we were just like
oh, you were like, hey, wait,
we were like,
what's
it's
this?
But it's honestly like we got it, like thinking about it, we got it all so wrong because I think we kind of just talked ourselves into like this is qualifying. Like honestly.
What were we doing?
Talking about she was talking about Achille Lauro.
Oh,
But I was talking about Latvia earlier.
After Mons and Philomena, we got a VT about 4 kids who get the chance to go into the arena and see.
Are
some
they
of the rehearsals.
Ukrainian, British? What's the sitch there? Do we know? Do
They're
they
all
make a
bit-
point of telling you?
I didn't hear anything specifically, but they all sound British.
Oh, that's a shame. I think it should be 2 British and 2 Ukrainian if there's 4 Kurds. I hope that there is at least 1 Ukrainian Kurd. I don't know, we'll see. It would have been nice if they let like a British family who have Ukrainian family staying with them
That
go
would
in.
be nice, yeah.
That would have been nicer. I would have been here for that.
I thought the introduction was going to be more Ukraine orientated as well.
Oh my god, I cried at the introduction where
Did
like
you?
the kids, I mean, when you were introduced to the Ukrainian child
Yeah.
and then they walked through the thing together, I was like,
But I thought, you know, like the opening VT,
yeah.
I thought that would have been more Ukraine orientated.
Yeah, it probably should have been. I don't know where my. Oh, here's my phone. Literally, I'm gonna show. Kate, I'm not even kidding, right?
Go on.
I'm gonna need to put it up. But actually, give me a minute. But yeah, is there any other question?
Oh, we've got Spain setting up for rehearsal.
Oh, Jonathan, that's a beautiful little picture. Look at Jonathan Fortree. Looking great. These little arches, they're all around Liverpool.
Yeah.
Well, I say all around Liverpool. There's one at the Eurovision Village and one at the arena. There is 2. They're not all around Liverpool. But yeah, oh, Tom Hendrick doing his influencer bits. Bless him.
Bless him.
I love Tom Hendrick.
I'm just bringing in here that I'm literally now finishing an email with someone very exciting coming to the Wee Wee Lush Lounge on Friday. Yeah. And I just say you have to think
Show
about
me.
things to know who that is.
It's gonna be so. It's gonna feel so long. It's gonna feel like it's in 10 years' time.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently Blanca is on.
Oh my god, yes, Paul O'Grady in the VT. Oh my god.
The whole arena
Stop.
went when he came on
That
screen.
broke my heart. So I was at work when Paul O'Grady died and I cried at work. It was one of those, honestly.
Yeah.
It really concerns me that this is totally irrelevant, but you know Dick Van Dyke?
Oh, yeah.
I'm really concerned I'm going to have to like take compassionate leave when he dies. Like it genuinely is like...
Sorry, that's
I've-
not funny, but it's like...
I've genuinely like said this at work. I'm like, if Dick Van Dyke dies when I'm at work, I think I'll have to go home. Like I don't
No.
know what I'm going to do.
David Attenborough.
Oh, is that one for you?
David Attenborough is from like a few miles from where I live.
Really?
So that's going to be...
Like it's a genuine like concern that I've had and like thought about.
Yeah, oh my god. Oh my god, I sound like a Scouser.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Jonathan, be talking me through what Miss Blanca Paloma is giving us on screen.
Yes.
It's stunning. Like, it is very similar to Benidorm Fest, so obviously, you know, we've got those red fringe things coming down. There's some really nice moments where the backing dancers are obviously reaching through that fringe and use their hands to,
Oh, like in
control
Benidorm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's stunning.
a really nice opening shot where it's just like her silhouette against a very white background.
I'm living my dream. You know, Michael Rice.
And now we've come out
You know, after
of
the
that,
performance.
and we are heading to the front of the stage where we've obviously got that plinth like we saw on the TikTok.
Oh, did you?
Capturing light in her hand.
Beautiful.
Nia Rivera was that celeb for me. Oh yeah, I feel you. I think
this-
we've all got one celebrity, haven't we, where it's like a genuine. Who's
Yeah.
your one? My one's Dick Van
Wow,
Dyke.
that'd be good.
I cried when Nia Rivera.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
awful.
Because I was
It
such a
the
I was
circumstances.
I was such a big fan of Glee. Yeah.
I nearly cried with Paul O'Grady the other week. So for those that don't know, Paul O'Grady was mentioned very briefly in the opening video. He was a LGBTQ activist and like comedian. He was a drag queen. His drag name was Lily Savage. And Lily Savage was, I mean, a staple of the 90s, right?
80s,
really,
yeah.
80s, yeah. And like all through my childhood, she was always on TV. And yeah, it was from Birkenhead, which is just across the river from Liverpool. And he is such a special person. He did loads of charity work for like animal rights and
Yes.
stuff, like dogs and stuff. And he died recently. And when he was mentioned in the VT, the whole arena went, oh, because it was the last thing he ever filmed before he died, was his little moment. And it was beautiful. It was I'm really glad he was on that to have that moment. So yeah.
So Spain has finished. It's just as
Go on.
amazing as you can imagine, really. Like, it's going to be a moment, absolutely 100%.
Amy Winehouse. Amy Winehouse. But yes. Anyway, Blanca Paloma.
Like, vocally on point. We got all those moments that we had from Benidorm Fest.
Go big Tesco, what do they do?
I have a feeling that had I been watching it, I would have thought it looked absolutely stunning.
What's that? Oh yeah, the rehearsal.
The light, isn't it?
When she captures the light in her hand.
I'm excited to see that. I'm not a huge fan of the song, but I am
It's just
really excited to see it.
captivating. It's like, you know, kind of like, do you know sometimes when like people just sing a little bit of their song and they're like, like, I just feel like you can't kind of just sing along to this. You have to be kind of fully
Yes.
immersed. Yeah, it's an immersive experience. That's, you're like in with it. You're coming with it, aren't you?
Performance
Yeah.
art.
Yeah.
Like, it's, I much prefer it live than in studio cut. The way, the emotion that they can get across in those performances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is
Show the stream. Show the live stream.
when I went into Eurovision. Bear with me. The volume set up. So when I finally got to Eurovision, this is my first Eurovision in person, and this is such a niche reference, but I just quoted Michael Rice after he finished his performance, and he shouted, "I'm living my dream." Sorry for the bad accent, Katie.
Oh, it's all good. You know who's weirdly You know who's weirdly good at doing my accent?
Was he? Well, I suppose it's a similar part of the country.
No, you know who out of this year's
Oh.
Eurovision contestants is weirdly good at
I'm
doing
gonna
my
throw
accent?
Luke Black out there.
Nah,
Go on.
Boyan. He's
He
weirdly
is.
good.
He did a really good impression of AJ Adudu. Have you seen that?
Weirdly good at doing a Geordie accent.
I'm not surprised. He is really good with accents.
Yeah.
He did the Luke Black hello as well. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got coffee breath. I was like, yeah, with the coffee. It's not good. It's not nice. I'm trying to be like to Katie, out of respect for yourself.
Oh.
Is May going to be on today? Oh my God, where's the mouse? There it is.
Yes, yep. So we've got
Yes.
Ukraine first.
Dvorak.
I'm so excited for Dvorak. I love this song so much. Like, oh. Don't say yeah.
I had one of my flatmates, when they saw my Insta stories from the semi-final one jury show, like I put Loreen up, I put Kari up, and obviously there's a lot of like boxes and cubes in there, and she was like, everyone seems to be using cubes. I was like, wait until you see Ukraine's performance.
Oh yeah, of course, because he's got the similar to the national final, right?
So what are you seeing on the screen at the minute, Jonathan? Oh, here we go.
Ukraine's little intro things, they are literally about to start in about 5 seconds.
Ooh. We're getting some interesting noises out of Jonathan Vautry today. I liked the Australian version, your version of the right. I'm so excited.
Oh, I'm loving the fish.
It's like cyborg elements they've got in the face. Obviously a lot of blue and yellow, naturally representing the colour. So he lifts his arm up, and then it's sort of like a lot of metal attaches it to it himself, like on the
almost like
screen,
armour,
and then he's
right?
waving around, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then he drops. Okay, so he's behind the bottom cube, but in front of the back cube, if that makes sense. So when he literally drops down, the graphic on the LED screen looks like he's transforming into some sort of metal creature.
Oh my
thing.
god, that's mad. Let's have a look.
And then this sort of metal person materializes on the back LED screen as well. It's very dramatic.
Well, it's a story based on celebrities Amy Winehouse. Yeah.
That's another one.
Yeah.
So, two backing dancers now using the LED screens, and we've got the ball in there. So it's similar to the national final performance, but it's like no longer bombs and like hazmat suits, just like standard sort of.
Okay. Martina Papi says, has Slovenia performed yet? Yeah, everybody in the semi has performed.
Yeah.
At the moment, the big five and Ukraine. So in this, for semi 2, it is Spain, Ukraine and the UK. So Spain has just been on, Blanca Paloma, and then, oh my god, my brain's just completely gone. Blanca Paloma, Torchi,
And May Muller.
May.
Got
Oh my
some
god.
pyro in there for the little instrumental organ break.
That's interesting. I'm so excited.
Oh, you've got Ukrainian colours today.
I tried.
You have? I like them.
It hasn't quite worked. I'm going to redo it.
There's a
I
globe.
like it.
So somebody called me Let 3 earlier because my pink lipstick and the bright colours. I was like, I think that's meant to be an insult, but I'm going to take it as a
You
compliment.
know what? I saw Eru and Let.
I need to go dermaplaning.
Eru and Let 3 on the live stream.
Yeah.
Someone said.
I was like, I don't think that's meant to be a nice comment, but I'm just going to fully take
I'd
it
love
as
that.
because I
would
love Let
own
3.
that.
So.
I'd own that. What do we have? Do you reckon? I'm going to say Victor Vernikos. Do you reckon?
Oh yeah, a little bit.
I'm a lot taller than Victor, but
Yeah.
Yeah, there is that. And you're not like literally 16, like 12.
So in the final moments of Tvorchi's performance, there's like a globe that appears on the back screen, and then it sort of transforms into the heart of this metal creature that I've been talking about.
Is it like the one that's on the album cover? It's like a metal heart on the single cover, and I think it's on Spotify.
Potentially, yeah. It sort of turns into a gold. I mean, it all sort of merges inside him. So it's like he's bringing the world within himself as his heart, sort of thing. Yeah, I mean, Ukraine are masters at Eurovision staging. It's really creative. It's really dynamic. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Oh my god, somebody I know.
Oh, slay.
Hi! Come here.
So the big five, so they're rehearsing now. There's a crowd there now, right?
No.
No, oh.
No crowd for this dress rehearsal.
So it must be tonight, I assume.
Yeah, tonight's the first one with the crowd.
Yes, Georgia did perform. I performed. I was brilliant because Iru have really stunning vocals every single time, and Iru am really talented. I loved Cyprus. So obviously I saw the TikTok and Jonathan watched the dress rehearsal. I think he's brilliant. I think he's really charismatic. I think I was saying earlier, I think with a lot of the male ballads this year, you almost don't believe what they're singing and you're not convinced, but I think Andrew really convinces you with every word. I love the way the staging kind of moves through the elements, where you start off quite cold and you start with kind of the wind, the rain, and then you move into like the fire, the warmer elements. So I love that. I am a big fan of Cyprus.
Yeah, maybe. I'm trying to think who else is in the fight, but the best male vocalist in the semi-final. I think he's got a very good chance of going through.
Do you think Spain could be a dark horse and win the contest? You know what? Yeah, I think juries will eat this up. And then I think televoters will love it as well. I think so. I suppose I kind of think of Chanel, and I think like if Chanel can get top 3, why can't this win? You know, the juries will really respect this, and then I think the televoters, in the way that we absolutely love it and kind of from first listen we're captivated, I think that'll happen with the public as well. I also think because we've got the rest of the world vote, I could see the rest of the world vote going for this.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it could well happen, yeah. Ooh, who's your favourite so far, Jonathan?
Favourite? Okay. This is probably partly based on improvement, but I might give it to Albania.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah. I think it's a really powerful, dynamic performance, and the elements that they've put in there, the traditional dancing, the pyro works just at the right moments, the LED graphics as well. It's a really strong package, I'd say.
Do you feel like the TikTok didn't do it justice, having watched the rehearsal in full?
I think the TikTok was a nice introduction to it. I mean, none of the TikToks do any of the sort of the justice that the whole performance, like neither the the second rehearsal 30-second clips, that's not going to do the whole performance justice either. But yeah, I think it was a nice introduction to show you the elements that they were working with, but then seeing the full thing, it's like it hits you like Albina's very first note, and the lighting and the atmosphere that they've set it with. It's a good one.
And what would you guys do if, when you, so he said yes, would go.
Do you not know that?
I do. I mean, good question. What does she say? She goes, I don't know what you mean, babes. Don't know what you mean. So what do we think about Brunette's dance break? So I spoke about this earlier. I think love the whole performance, love Brunette, love the song, love the staging, love the colours. There's loads of things I really like about this. My personal favourite part about the song is the opening and the introduction, so that is my highlight. So even though the dance break is lovely, it's not kind of my favourite part about it. But that's not that I don't like it, it's just that I like the introduction more. Thoughts?
Yeah, I think similar in a way, but more like the visual elements that come with some of the early screens, and the I just like the colours of the pink nature and the projections that they use. the dance break is more sort of blacks and whites, but just personally I just gravitate towards those sort of pinks colours, I guess, you know, being into wee wee obviously. But yeah, it gives the song a bit more dynamism. I think it's certainly a nice moment in there, and I certainly could still see her definitely, you know, sailing through qualifying.
So we are currently waiting for May Muller to perform. We've had Blanca from Spain and Torchi from Ukraine. So the final one we're waiting for is May Muller.
Yeah, so they're just setting up her sort of like box thing that she's going to be standing on. It's also an LED screen. We can just sort of see some test graphics on it at the moment.
So I think with the Netherlands non-qualification, I think the performance on the night actually pleasantly surprised me. I think they did a good job. I think obviously changing the key of the song was the right call. I think they can be proud of themselves and what they did. But I think it was always going to be an uphill struggle for them to qualify just in this really strong semi-final. So I'm not surprised. Could have maybe seen it be a surprise qualifier if kind of you heard it for the first time on the night and didn't really know about the build-up. But ultimately, I didn't have it in my qualifiers predictions.
Yeah, I think, like in terms of songs, like when we were all discussing qualifiers beforehand, I've always preferred the Netherlands song to Switzerland.
Oh, okay.
But I think when we look at overall packages that performed on the night, Switzerland was by far the stronger ballad in there.
Your top 3 out of all 37 performances. So my top, we can say this now because our Wee Wee Blog scoreboard is out. So I believe my top 3 on the Wee Wee Blog scoreboard were 12 to Marco Mangoni for Italy, shock. And then I think my 10 went to Norway and my 8 went to Israel. I would say since we filmed, like I've had some growers, like Armenia's really growing on me. Armenia stands out as one that has grown on me. Iceland is really growing on me. Yeah.
My top 3 on the scoreboard were Sweden first, Finland second, and Norway third. So I'm very much in my Scandi fanboy era this year. And I'm still loving all of them after the rehearsals and the performances as well. I think they're all doing very well. But also loving Slovenia, Czechia.
Czechia is really grown on me, yeah.
Portugal as well has had some really good reception in the arena. Like it went off. So.
Yeah. Yes, Czechia is one actually, like with the staging and hearing it live. That's another one that's really grown.
I'm really glad that, obviously and they sort of touched on this in their press conference as well. They've had a lot of flack after the pre-parties, and I think it's really nice for them to just come to this proper stage where they can do what they want to do and with the full thing, and for them to just knock it out of the park and just show you this is what we are actually about. The pre-parties, it's just supposed to be a bit of fun.
Exactly, it's a lesson in don't judge by the pre-parties, definitely. The first half of the grand final will be wild with Sweden, Finland, Spain, France, Italy. Correct, Simon. Correct.
Yeah, Lee Smithhurst is going to have one hell of a job putting that pretty much together.
Oh God, he's the one doing it.
Yeah.
Enjoy, Lee. I do not envy you. So we have May Muller getting ready to perform. Yeah.
Look at this handbag that Rachel made. She made that herself.
Did you?
Look at that freaking handbag. Show the live stream. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. So, my friend Rachel made this handbag, like literally. It took her, like, how long did you say, Rachel? Come here a sec, Rachel.
Okay.
You
Hello.
come in and talk about it.
Oh God. I'm far back, but I hope you can hear me. Sure. All right. Hello.
There's your handbag back.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Yeah, it took me I made 2 of them, so it took me like a month and a bit to make them. But it's layers of pleather, and I just sort of sewed them together by hand. The strap is done by the machine because it was way too long. But yeah,
Isn't that
this
amazing?
little guide. It's got a pocket and everything. My phone goes in it. Where's the camera? There it is.
That's so amazing. Who's your favourite for tonight?
Oh, for tonight? Oh God, Austria, obviously. Oh, Australia's the second one though. I think Austria's going to win it though, aren't they? They've got to. But yeah, Finland from last night. We did last night as well. We got really lucky. So amazing. Anyway, thank you, Wee Wee Vlogs. You're very, very nice. I watch all your content. I love it. Thanks so much, you guys. That was very.
You're welcome.
I just can't get over the handbag. I can't get over that.
So right now we have me and Willa on screen. Jonathan is watching.
Is it good?
So it opens all in black, so the graphics then come on a little bit later on. The choreography is really fun. We get sort of on the bottom screen as well, there's sort of a hand that comes up, so it looks like they're dancing on a hand. But there's a lot of eyes and nails in there. Vocals are not the best of the whole 37, we'll put it that way. But it's not exceptionally dreadful.
It's not exceptionally dreadful. Well, I mean, that's what you want.
That sounds like a glowing review.
In terms of visuals and stuff, and how we look at
So we get some steps on that she comes down, and then we are moving to the main dance portion. The backing dancers join her on the front. Lots of purples and yellows, sort of hands spiraling out behind her.
but lots of eyes, nails, hands. I mean, I'm living that. As you see, I do.
I'm
I
missing.
wish I could.
I am missing a little bit of sass. I feel like she's
Holding back.
walking through
Right,
the motions
yeah,
a
yeah,
bit,
yeah.
but it is a dress rehearsal.
I see what you do if it's a rehearsal, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope it picks up a bit. I'm not a huge fan of this song, but I don't dislike it. It's just not generally my cup of tea.
Oh, interesting.
So, but I love the staging from the pictures. Do we get much of that? You know, where she's on that platform in the middle of the LED screen.
Yeah.
How long is she there for?
First verse and chorus.
Oh. Is the male backing vocal situation sorted?
Yeah, can't hear that.
Good.
She did go for the note at the end, which
Happened.
yeah, I would personally not do that. But
You personally, if I was on stage, if I was singing this song.
Oh my god.
like it's a fun song. Obviously, it being the home entry and the last one on, it's going to get a massive response from the audience. I don't know.
You kind of sounded a little bit scouse then. I don't know. Oh dear. So let's put United flopped in. Girl, we flopped enough to not, we will have said worse than this, let's not. Her vocals will be fine. Jonathan is being overcritical. Well, Jonathan has watched it. And me and Katie and yourself have not. So I'm going to take Jonathan's word for it for now. Nina said, I haven't really paid that much attention to this semi since Norway was in the first, and now I've got to prepare. Get your revision on, girl. Get your revision. I really hope you like rock music, because there's a lot of that in this one.
Battle of the Bands, this semi-final. Last year we had Battle of the Ballads, semi-final 2. This year, semi-final 2, we've got Battle of the Bands.
I'll take that. Mark says, I have a feeling Spain will finish the first half. I don't think it'd be Loreen or Cardia, surely.
It's going to be interesting, how they're going to do it.
I do not envy Lee at the BBC, whose job it is to sort that out. Can you imagine? Calm. The Irish head of delegation is on Irish radio right now saying how they want a national competition. Do they not already have a national competition, albeit it's a bit rubbish?
Yeah.
What, Colin, if you can comment with a bit more context, like what he wants from a national contest, that'd be interesting. That's Mystery Man says, but they've already got that. Yeah, let's see. Fabienne, will Suzanne join you? No, she is in America. She wasn't able to come for this one.
Doing yoga, having the time of her life. We
chasing cats around.
Suzanne.
I miss you. Mark, do you think if Connolly represented Ireland, they'd have had a chance? I think this is a huge question because if Connolly was there, she'd be my number one for the year. I don't know if she'd have qualified though.
I don't think she would have qualified, no, just personally.
With that kind of the preparation that Ireland are willing to do for their acts, maybe not.
We got a super chat. Woo!
Quickly, Katie, do you think Connolly would have qualified?
I'm going to be honest, I didn't watch the national final, so I can't.
Oh no, you should listen to it, it's really good. Connolly's song. So our super chat, Marge, thank you so much for the super chat. We really appreciate that. Thank you. Do you think we could have a situation where Loreen wins the jury, Finland wins the televote, and a third act wins the contest with high marks in both? Well, didn't Jamala do that? Yeah. And Duncan Lawrence. So, personally, I don't think France is going to win, but I think France is going to win the jury.
Do you?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Sweden is that country that finishes second. So.
I agree with you, maybe. I think Cardia is going to win the televote, France is going to win the jury, Sweden and Finland are going to be really close. I think Sweden will overtake Finland.
I sort of think that Sweden will do sort of really well in both, whereas maybe Finland won't do as well in the juries.
Nah, juries will love that. Juries will love cha-cha-cha.
Do you think?
Because it's mental. I think juries do go for that kind of stuff sometimes.
They
if it's done really well.
They respect it.
And I think that it isn't like oh my god, I forgot the name. Zdub. It's like, I'm not saying they're the same kind of song, but it's that kind of novelty, high quality novelty or whatever. Juries didn't really go for Zdub. I can't say it, but Zdub, because for whatever reason, Cha-Cha-Cha is better quality than that. The staging is better, everything's better. So yeah. What else have we got? Orion says the group that selects a song for Irish Eurosong needs to be open to taking risks in terms of songs. I don't think that's the problem. I think they had a bit of diversity this year. There was some genuinely different songs in there. Like Connolly's was really different for what Ireland normally do. They also had that song K Murky. No, that was Portugal. They had like a hip hop themed song as well. And that was really good. That came third. Connolly came second. There was really good stuff, but putting Wild Youth in there, they just dominated the televote. So because they have a huge fan base, it was complete. They could have literally sent Fart Sounds and they would have won because their fans are so intense. So Wild Youth had that one kind of guaranteed because they won the televote so much. Simon. Oh, I'm glad you've asked this. Simon Azabar says, not many people speak about the Ukraine entry. Is it going under the radar? Do you think that Ukraine could win?
Honestly, the staging is good. The staging does really captivate you and keep you in the performance for the full 3 minutes with the way that they're using these cubes. I don't know if they will dominate as much as last year, but maybe if they pick up loads of 7s and 8s.
Yeah, they could be. Interesting. Yellow Wolves. Talking of which, they're going to be here in
an hour.
An hour.
58 minutes.
Subwoofer came mid-table with juries last year. I think Finland has done better, and Cardi could get a decent jury support. Could do. Jonathan, let's ask you first. Eurovisionella, what are your personal qualifiers for the second semi? Because it's a big list, let's go, which ones do you think are borderline but will just make it? Let's whittle it down a little bit.
Borderline that just make it.
San Marino.
Sorry,
I
that was
think-
both a laugh with you and at you. A little bit. I love you, I'm sorry, I'm joking.
Rude.
I'd say Denmark.
Oh yeah.
Borderline, but should.
We've got Simon
make it.
Falk from Denmark on our team, right behind the thing, being like... I agree with you, I think Denmark is going to go through, but sorry Simon, it's not going to be near the top of the qualifiers, it will be low. He doesn't mind. He doesn't mind.
Just need him to go through.
Just qualify. I think he will, but like in 8th or 9th place.
Yeah. Maybe Iceland.
Ooh, I'd
Iceland's
love
gone
that.
through. Iceland's gone
I'd
through.
love to see Iceland make it.
because I've loved the song from the start, but it's not always been the most popular, so I'm never quite certain
Sure
how
what's gonna
much
happen.
love it's
Yeah.
getting.
Katie, who do you think's borderline?
San Marino.
Fair enough. I do think San Marino is really good because I think musically it's really, I think it's quite universal. Whereas something like, I mean, I know Blood and Glitter's not in semis, but like something like that might be quite alienating. Whereas San Marino could genuinely genuinely speaking, all jokes aside that I was making earlier, I think the musically it's really, every country has rock like that.
Yeah.
So
And
it
I
could.
just think as well, energy-wise, because obviously if we're having a lot of these rock bands, it's like, I mean, I love Australia, but they're sat down. This lot are backflipping off drum kits. Like, you know what I mean?
Are they actually backflipping?
Well, they might as well be.
Oh, fair enough. No, yeah, and also they've got a really big note. The she knows the way. Like people might really like that. Jonathan. Oh my God, it's Aileen van Rossum, Queen. Hi. Did Belgium slay?
It's a good performance. Like I love the LED. I would say some of the best sort of quality LEDs that we've got. Whilst a lot of people are using themselves or actual people on the LED screens, this just seems to pop a lot more and work really quite well. And there's this really touching moment where he talks about that line about, do you remember when they tried to break us? And then the LED floor is sort of cracks like glass sort of breaking. But then immediately afterwards they get sort of everyone who's a part of the performance appears together on the LED screen like one big family.
Oh, that's so
yeah.
nice. And then, sorry for the, well, look at us
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Oh my God. That's adorable.
Simon, will you film us a...
Do you think, oh.
Oh.
Someone's asking me flipping football questions.
Will you film us a little... Sorry if this lags, guys. Will you film us a little reel just in the light?
Yeah.
So do you Villa make European spot?
Do you know
no.
like the way Sinan does it?
Do you want them at the cast that way? They're not. Stretch next year, they're not going to make it, and I don't mind if they do or don't. Mex 14, Spain chances to win was always in my top but peaked after rehearsals.
It's up there.
She's grown on me a lot.
Yeah.
I really didn't like it when it won Benidorm Fest, and now like
Really?
no, I really wasn't a fan at all. I found it too loud, bluntly, and I think it just took me time to appreciate the cultural narrative of it. And it was, I mean, I've told this story before, but when I was in a stairwell in London, she was there practicing, probably going like, hey, 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 up this staircase, and the acoustics were nuts, and it was just like the most amazing thing I've ever heard. I think that helped appreciate it a bit. I'm not sure she's going to win. Again, I think it's too divisive. When something that we never ever take into consideration is some things you need to make a good first impression. Most of the viewers, like 95% of the viewers, will never have heard songs before the night. And whilst a lot of people are going to go, oh yeah, that's, oh my God, incredible. A lot of people are going to be like, oh, what's this? They haven't got that time to grow on it. They haven't got that time to, the first impression makes is the most important. However, on that same argument, it's going to be remembered. There's nothing else like it, and there never has been anything else like it, right?
In rest of the world vote, remember?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sure, I didn't think about that. Yeah, no, she's gonna win the rest of the world vote.
Got to.
Yeah.
Then I even think from first, do you not think it's one of those first listen ones where you're kind of like, whoa?
I think yes when you're watching it live. I think the fact that people are going to watch it live.
In this, don't you? Yeah.
What are the differences between it at Benidorm and it at Eurovision?
There's not too many really. It's more just about positioning things. So obviously at Benidorm Fest, the catwalk was like split in two, so they went both ways. Whereas now they're just coming straight forward.
Okay.
A lot of the camera work is very similar, even if they can't get the exact same shot.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Joseph Richard says, why so little love for Georgia in the Wee vote? We thought being impartial, because Iru is actually a Wee blogger, we thought we'd just better... No, in all seriousness, for me, I can't even remember what score I gave her. But
I think probably for me...
the lyrics, for me.
It was keeping with... it. I do like it, it's just not in the top 10. I think is probably what it was with me, and I think it has grown on me as well. I think it was more of a grower, and when I did my score I tried to remember which ones had the most impact on first listen.
I gave her a 7.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
That's good.
I don't think that's on her right to score. It would have been high for me if the lyrics were good, because I think musically it's art. I think it's really good, and I mean her vocals are nuts. So I love her. Right, so this is the second time I've been asked this. There must be something. Beckett Fitz has said there's been some talk about bad audio mix with some acts in the semi. I didn't hear anything wrong in the semi. Like nothing. I didn't hear a thing that was bad at all, the whole show, and I was watching from home. Jason Fu says, do you think Armenia's new dance break might hurt Poland's chances of qualifying? No, they're such different songs, right? I mean, I haven't seen Armenia's dance break, but like they're drastically different. They can't be remotely the same, right?
Yeah, I mean, what hurts Poland's performance is just all the graphics. Like you don't see the dance break because there's just so many graphic visual things going on.
Imagine if Poland didn't get through. I actually think it would be a shock at this point if Poland didn't get through, right?
I would be shocked.
Okay. Bear with me. Oh, I actually don't know the answer to this. I don't know if you guys do. Blue Black, are we getting a video of William's discussion with Devon on his book? Did we video it? I assume we videoed it.
I think so.
Oh, we didn't.
It doesn't seem like we will. Armenia's dance break is giving me everything.
Good. I'm glad it's giving you everything.
How have you seen it? Unless Daniel Zhukov is accredited, so fair if so. Oh wait. Heli 888, opinion on Croatia qualifying. It was always going to happen. I don't know why people are surprised.
Oh, you think?
I don't know why people are like, oh, how did Croatia make it through? They made it through because casual voters, that's what a lot of people come to Eurovision for.
We got a charger.
Yes, I do. Let me go charge. Does anyone else have unlimited data?
I've got like 20 gig. How bad is it? Does it take up loads of data?
I don't know. Just because I'll take my phone and go to the loo while I go and put the charger in. What's up to you?
I can do it whilst you're doing that.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Let's set that up.
Yes, okay. So we may well have
our hotspot's on.
Okay.
It'll be called Paparino.
Oh.
Or something, it'll come up. I did not name it.
Are you...
Allow others to join.